All right, welcome in, everybody. We are back live. We got game two of the doubleheader going on. Game two, this is going to be Edmonton and the Vegas Golden Knights. Edmonton and the Vegas Golden Knights, they are going toe-to-toe. We're here bringing you all the action. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back. Welcome in. This game is just 5 minutes old. 0-0 is the score. Vegas has the only shot on net. Only one shot for Vegas, no shots for the Oilers. We are just getting things started up here. The Leafs, the embarrassment, we're not going to talk much about it. Yes, we will. We'll talk a little bit about it. But we're going to focus on this game as the Edmonton Oilers are looking to lock this one down. They have a 3-1 series lead. Daniel, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Now, with you just coming in, we got to start it all over again. Smash those likes. Smash those likes. Keep those going. We're going to break everything down at the intermission. Oilers in their own zone. They're setting it up. Let's go. Why not? That was fun. Hello. So cheers, buddy. Oilers looking to move this one forward. Long pass all the way down behind the net. Hill going to work this one across. Oilers trying to hold the line. They do. They keep this one in. Trying to force it. Now Vegas brings it out through the neutral zone. Nice play by Edmonton. Oilers up over the line. Nugent Hopkins throwing it in. Hyman is going in here. Hyman in here after it. Down around behind the side. Hyman rotating it around. Getting this one back to the line. Here's a long shot. That one's going wide. As Stetcher was trying to throw it in. Yeah, Travis, that was not good. That was not good. All right, they're going to go to commercial break. Really? They're going to go to commercial break now? They couldn't have done that before? But that's okay. We're just coming in. We're getting going. Oilers in Vegas. Matthews not captain material. Yeah, King Derek. Matthews suffered. Matthews did not play well. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Leafs in 7, it's still possible. Leafs now have a very daunting uphill battle. The teams that go down 3-2, they can win, but it's a very small percentage. In fact, when a best-of-7 series is tied 2-2, the winner of Game 5 holds an all-time series record of 237 to 62. So it's about an 80% thing. So Toronto has a 20% chance of coming back and pulling out the win, but they absolutely can do it. They're going to have to find the heart and soul to make it happen. And we know, with respect, that is an area, heart and soul, Toronto has had trouble with. Leafs did it again against Boston. Boston said, that's true, King Derek. It can happen. It can happen. They're going to have to fight. They're going to have to battle. They are not in the driver's seat. And, the Florida Panthers are not a team you want to be losing to in terms of not being able to come up and play. But we're here now. We're in Vegas. Well, we're not in Vegas, but we're here for Vegas and Edmonton. 3-1 series lead for the Oilers. This is going to be a banging game. This is going to be absolutely a monster game where we're going to need help. They're going to need help. Joey, what's going on? Welcome in. Again, hello. So Justin, Stefan, Jack, Mega, welcoming everybody. That Mr. Ben, how's it going? Everybody watching us from the last game. Real, what's going on? Thank you for coming over here and spending some time with us on this one. And for those that are just joining us for this game, welcome in. Bring it, Jack. Malachi, how's it going? Jets are done tomorrow. That's going to be a doozy. They're all talking about being behind the 8 ball. They're there. Draisaitl can't steal. This one going to hop over. Frederick, he's coming around. What's up, dude? You okay? Hang on. What? Oh, sure. You want to do that? Okay, I'm going to give you guys a guest host for just a minute. I'm going to run and use the facilities while I have a guest host here. He's going to come in and call some of this game. Be careful because this is on too. So please welcome DJ Arc Bear to the mic to call 2 minutes of this game. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, everybody. All right, Vegas in their own zone trying to get it out. Edmonton taking it into their own zone. Vegas with a shot, and that's just wide. Hey, everybody. All right, Vegas on the boards. Vegas behind the net going for a shot and blocked. Edmonton coming down, dumping it right over center ice in the Vegas zone, fighting for it along the boards. They're battling for it on the boards. Edmonton goes down, and a nice save by the Vegas goalie. And they are going to go to a quick break. Huh? Oh.
Shots at a premium here early in this first period, and Evander Kane tries this out.
All right.
Keep in twice by both Brown and Henry.
We are on a quick break, and there was an incredible save by the Vegas goalie. They're back. And now I will pass you back over to your host.
Thank you, DJ Arkbear. Let's go. Let's bring this one back up. Hopefully he did a good job for y'all. 12 minutes to go in the first period. Here's a pass across. Hyman over the line, trying to put this one deep. One shot apiece. That's right. Mini Sam coming in to hang out for a moment. This back around the corner. Thank you, Patoli. Nugent Hopkins back to the line. Here's a shot. This one going just wide. He learned from you, Probert. Yeah. Hey, he loves it. He loves it. Thank you guys for the kind words. I appreciate that very much. Sometimes you need the bio break. You got to bring in the the backups when they're available. We saw Matt Murray backing up today. Had to bring in my backup. Thanks, Cook. Way better. Stefan, of course. That's going to be an icing call against the Oilers. This is going to come all the way back up. So Oilers, you know, if you've been watching this series, hey, Greeny, welcome in. If you've been watching this series in its entirety, you know how back and forth this has been. It has been absolutely a wild, wild series, but a fun series. When I say back and forth, I mean the games. These games, you know, not the series, because obviously the Oilers have been winning them, but they've been close. 4-2, 5-4, 4-3, and then, of course, 3-0. So they've been close games. They've been real good, entertaining hockey games. Bouchard putting this one around to Kulak. Kulak going to bring this one up. Let him call the next sleep game, and maybe luck will change, right? This coming around. Vegas bringing it right back in. Trying to come through. Here they're pressing it up, and it's going to come out. Vegas backing it up. Pietrangelo with it. Cycling around. Vegas trying to get in. Oilers are stacking up the line. They're going to dump this in. Bukosin can't get there. Big hit in the corner. Back around. 10.5 to go in the first period. Vegas going to bring this one up. Eichel going across. Vegas wearing their kind of, I don't know what color. They're gold, but they don't look like gold. There's a trip on Yemark. No call. Edmonton got lucky there. Oilers going to work it across the middle. Up into the Vegas zone, chipping this one in. I can't believe we're halfway through the first period and we only have 2 shots on net. Welcome back, Cottaging. I can't believe only 2 shots on net right now. We're halfway through the first period. Vegas bringing this one in. Looking, walking out. Here's a shot. That one is going to be stopped here. So for those wondering, it's Stuart Skinner in net and Aiden Hill in net on the other side. They're going to go to commercial break. And while we have a quick pause in the action, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you hit that thumbs up as you're coming in so we can get those likes back up here. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe. You guys should be doing this full. Probert, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. We love doing this. We absolutely love doing this. And especially these big games. We're getting to that point in round 2 now. We got a couple series that are about to close out. Steven, how's it going? Welcome in. Couple series are getting closer to closing out, which makes it real exciting, right? These brackets are going to get tighter and tighter. And can Edmonton get it done today? Can they close it out? Tomorrow it's going to be all up to Dallas. Dallas looking to close out Winnipeg. Of course, Carolina. Or sorry, is it Carolina tomorrow? Who's tomorrow? I think Carolina's tomorrow. Carolina and Dallas are tomorrow. So 2 potential closeout series. And now with the Florida Panthers up 3-2, they're looking to close out the Maple Leafs. So we're getting closer to some potential matchups. And it's going to be a real interesting couple final games. Conference, the Western Conference, the Eastern Conference, going to be pretty amazing. We got a birthday. It's Cottage's birthday. Happy birthday, Cottage. Happy birthday. Hope you've had a great day. Hopefully these teams, sorry the Leafs let you down. But it was an ugly game earlier tonight. It was an early one. The Maple Leafs just couldn't cut it. They got knocked around. They got taken down, and it was very, very unfortunate. But now things are turning around. Things are getting back in here. And whoops, put my finger. Sorry. What are some of these buttons? Sorry, I'm looking at some of these. Never push some of these other buttons floating around over on the talk on the phone. Had to see what they're all about. What's this? Oh, that's that. This coming back around. Vegas trying to bring it in front. Trying to work this one through. Vegas does a really good job. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. All right, let's see how this works.
Let's go.
Let's go. Coming in with that subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Troops, welcome in. This around town at the side. Vegas. They're going to bring it out. Vegas on the move. Long shot that's going to go just wide. Down in the corner. Trying to bring this one back through. Nugent Hopkins tying it up in the side. Vegas bring it back to the line. Well, Edmonton couldn't get this one out. Long shot by Haig goes around down in the corner. Good night, Patoli. Take care. Thanks for hanging out all night. Oilers finally going to play this one back. Bouchard going to help create some space. Randy, how's it going? Welcome in. What are you thinking right now? Right now, I'm thinking, man, I'm kind of hungry. Oh, you mean about the Leafs? Yeah, I think the Leafs, they have a chance. Not if they play like they did tonight, but they have a chance. Oilers bringing this one in, walking in Connor Brown. Brown with a weak backhand. That's going to be stopped easily. This coming around at the other side. Vegas on the way. Up into the Oilers zone, through the middle. Oilers had to be careful coming across. Little bang up there at the side of the net. Vegas looking in front, trying to feed it through the slot. Can't do it. Good job by Wallman. Wallman closing that off. Free Life, how's it going? Welcome in. Back across Vegas, spinning around. They still have possession in here. Vegas cutting right, cutting left, working through. Still, they feed it back to the line. They got a shot. They take it. And a nice stop. It's going to be deflected into the corner. Kane is going to bring this one up, but he can't get it out. Turns it over right at the line. Cycling it through. Edmonton trying again. Wallman getting it up, but not out. Back around behind. Side of the net. Skinner down. One leg on each post. Single Michael, how's it going? What was that game 5? Panthers lead the series now. That's correct. They lead it 3-2. Vegas pulling away. Vegas, nice hard fought period right now. They are digging in deep. Little hit by Wallman, getting some help here. Henrique trying to help out, comes to the line. Knight cycling, goes side of the net. Here's a sharp shot. Kozler with a nice shot and a nice save by Skinner. Kozler comes over and kind of starts the rough stuff. The gloves are flying. He takes one in the face, and the linesmen are going to break everything up here. Some extracurricular activities taking part with 7:34 to go here in this period. Wow. It was a nice save, a tough save. But both goaltenders are playing big. McDavid had a good shot earlier. He missed high and wide. Right now, Skinner had to be down, cutting off. Vegas goes up right in that chest. He's going to cover that one up. No rebound. That's exactly what he's got to do, right? You got to watch those rebounds. So 7:34 to go in first period. 3 shots for Vegas, 2 for Edmonton. Afzal, how's it going? Welcome in. Off the draw, back to the line. Vegas putting this one right up the middle. Nurse is going to take it away. Nurse behind the net, gets cut off. Nurse going to spin around, cross-check to take him down. That's a penalty. Come on, ref. This is going to bobble up and out of play. Nurse has the puck behind the net, gets cross-checked and taken down, no call. Adam Henrique is still in the league. Yes, indeed. He's still going. It was 12 years ago that he sent the Devils to the finals. Yeah, Sam, he's been around, and he's still okay. He's still doing okay. You know? He's still doing A-okay. So face-off just outside the Oilers' side of the ice. This is going to be played up. Oilers into the Vegas zone. They can't control it. Vegas takes it right back out. Back through Vegas. The far side, little dump pass down around in the corner. Oilers working it up the half boards and now out down the ice. Vegas hustling back to pick it up. This is a game where the Oilers kind of just got to stick around, right? They got to just maintain their composure and weather the storm and look for the chances to jump. So RC, he got hurt 2 games ago. He had a player, we don't know the exact spot it happened, but he had a player fall on his leg and he kind of got taken out. So we assume that was the injury. But no timetable for his return. I actually thought he might be starting this game tonight, but I guess there was a decision at some point that he was not good enough to go. Behind the net, Corey Perry playing this to Bouchard. Bouchard has to settle it down, side of the net. Jam play, 1, 2, 3 whacks. Hill is looking behind him. He doesn't have it. He's way out of the net. He's at the side of the net, and we got a mugging going on. Holy smokes, Janmark is taking 2 Vegas guys, 2 fifth seats. Hannafin and Peter Angelo just lighting up Janmark at the side of the net as he was trying to dig for that loose puck. Big battle going on at the side as Hill comes out of his net. And wow, the Oilers come real close. So that's what you got to do. Settle these pucks down, get them towards the net. Janmark had a whack at it. Frederick had a whack at it. Janmark with a second whack at it. And the puck is loose. Hill is out of the net. He's trying to cover it up, so you can't blame the Oilers for going in after this puck. Florida Panthers. Nice. I don't know. It's gonna be a heck of a game 6. A real heck of a game 6. Thank you for that subscribe. I appreciate it. So here we go. Face off. McDavid. He's on here. Off the draw. Oilers winning it back. Over to Bouchard. Bouchard swinging it to Nugent Hopkins. Down to McDavid. To Nugent Hopkins. He tries to go short side. That one can't be put in. Vegas Eichel going to bring this one out. Eichel cross ice. Eichel getting it back. Going to chip it out. Edmonton, a little back pass. Here come the Oilers, 2-on-2. Into the zone, through the middle. McDavid feeding it up. Oh, he should have shot that. Connor McDee, sometimes you got to shoot. Bouchard tied up at the line. Vegas going to pull this one out. They're going to carry 2-on-1 Vegas. 2 Oilers hustling back. And McDavid goes crashing into the end boards. McDavid and Hyman came flying back. That's how you back check. Maybe the Maple Leafs should be watching this game. McDavid on the back check. He went flying hard into the boards. He's a little shaken up. He's going to the bench. Wow. 5:18 to go. Oilers long pass. Trying to get it to the Vegas line. They do. Kane puts it in, but it's taken away here by Nicholas Waugh. Going to put it around behind the Vegas net. Vegas up. There's a little hit right at the line. Oilers hold it in temporarily. Now it comes out. Vegas going to play it right back in. Hill going to bump this one in the corner. Setting it up is Hurdle. Hurdle cutting over the Tylenol logo. Going to dump this one in right on Skinner. He's going to bump that with his blocker into the corner. Henrique is digging for it. Trying to pull this one free. This is going to come out. Hyman now, Brown is going to bring this one up. He's going to lose it in the corner. And Vegas backing up. They're going to take a look. Working this ahead to McNabb. McNabb going to headman the pass. Vegas into the zone. Here's a shot. Fanned on it. Trying to put this through was Tanner Pearson. Draisaitl on. Going to pick this one up. Draisaitl getting this one over. And Edmonton again flipping it out and down the ice. And here come Podkolzin. Podkolzin with speed. He's going to come in there trying to take it away from White Cloud. White Cloud going to throw him into the boards. Draisaitl knocks a pass down. Pekozin tried to get a stick on it, but Vegas going to bring this one out. Holy smokes. End-to-end, back-and-forth action. This is wild. Back over is Nurse. Nurse going to play this one up. Nurse, long pass, all the way up ice. Here's a long shot. Good save by Hill. Oilers keeping this one in. Back to the point. Long shot here by Stetcher. Into the corner on the far side. Draisaitl to the point. Another shot. And Hill is going to hold this one with 3:42 to go. Edmonton now up to 6 shots. Frederick, another glove to the face. McDavid still on the end of the bench. And he is looking a little shaken up. So they're going to take a little stoppage in play. YouTuber, better pay your way back to streams, especially with full-time job, you legend. God, YouTuber, better pay your way. Thank you. Hey, Stefan, listen, it's all for fun, right? It's all for fun. It started as a hobby during the COVID years. We just kept working at it. We've met so many amazing people along the way. Yes, I would include Onyx in that group as well. We've met so many great people here in the chats, and it's been a absolute wild ride. So I'm glad we're here where we are today. We're pushing. We're now starting the countdown to 28K, which is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. We're on our way to 28K. We're now on our way actually to 30, right? 30, next big milestone. Kayla, how's it going? Welcome in. Go Oilers. Hopefully these Oilers can get something going. They're going to need to get something going because, yikes, these guys are struggling. Not the Oilers, sorry, the Maple Leafs are struggling. The Oilers are looking to shut things down. They got Vegas on the ropes. I'm still thinking Maple Leafs in my brain because we just came over from that game, and that game was just bad. Just was real bad. This is just ugly, right? There's the only way to say it. That game was just ugly. But here we are for this game, and it's a much better start. The Oilers getting a good jump. I didn't even put my Oilers jersey on. But good start. Let's see if the Oilers can keep this one going. Thank you for hitting those likes. Appreciate it. Keep those likes going for us. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you're hitting those subscribes. So thank you. All right. Connor McDavid. Hopefully he's okay after getting hammered into those end boards. Hopefully he's all right. We're going to find out, though, in the next shift. He's putting up points. He's not scoring a ton, but he's putting up points. It wasn't ugly. It was fucking haunted. That's yes. True story right there. True story. It was not good at all. But hey, there's only one way to go from there, and that's up. 3:42 to go. 3:42. Oilers going to win this one back to the line. Going to hold it in. Here's a one-timer. Great save by Hill. Great shot there by Edmonton. Wow. This in the corner. White Cloud going to move it up. Vegas going to carry this across into the zone. Little drop pass at the line. Another shot going to go high and over the net. Nurse picking it up. Oilers starting to run away with the shots. Flying up his Stetchers over the line, dropping it to Brown. Brown, cross ice. Oh, great setup there. Henrique couldn't control the pass. He was all alone. Sean, how's it going? Welcome in. The way this is starting, it looks like it's going to be a low-scoring game, but this can turn around in a heartbeat. Timothy, how's it going? Hey, your father, I need tips. Anytime, cottaging, anytime. It's you know, it's funny when you have kids, everyone tells you how great it is and how amazing it is. Nobody tells you about how the hard times. So just be prepared to not sleep. But yeah, any time I'd be happy to give you some tips that I've experienced and things we've done. It might not be right for you and your family, but things we did certainly worked for us. Most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. All right, face off in the Oilers zone. Single Michael. Off the draw, bringing this back to the line. Peter Angelo keeping this one down low. Quick shot going to be blocked. And Oilers flipping this one all the way down. Hyman racing down. Hyman putting pressure. What speed? What speed? Make good choices. Get educated. Michael, that is phenomenal advice. Phenomenal advice. Good choices. Get educated. Right, Sarah? Exactly. Exactly. This back around. McDavid picking it up. He's going to play this one down. Vegas back in their own zone. Going to regroup. Backing it all the way up. Vegas now going to turn. On the move. Long pass. This comes across. Dumped in. Hey, Lucas, what's going on? Vegas controlling. 2 minutes to go in this first period. This coming around behind the net. Edmonton working it along the boards. Vegas going to hold it in. Nice job. Oilers going to fight to get this one out. McNabb couldn't hold it in. Vegas going to turn. They're going to spin it in. Just tagged up. Gretzky could teach them hockey. Yeah. Listen, Gretzky, for as great as he was, remember, he was the coach of Phoenix for a while. And Gretzky was a great player, was not a good coach. Here comes Vegas into the zone again. Podkozin going to tie him up. Good work here by the Oilers. Team defense. This is an effort. Here comes Draisaitl. Draisaitl going to drop this one back. Kapanen is in here. Kasperi Kapanen slotting into this game. Going to be flipped up, touched with a high stick by Vegas. Whistle's going to blow. And there we go. We're going to get a face-off. Kozler is arguing that one. But they're playing well. Oilers have really come out. When we tuned in, wasn't much going on. But things right now are moving real fast and furious. Great pace. Hey, Florida Panther fan, what's going on? Welcome in. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get better soon. 1:16 to go. 1:16 to go here in this first period. Gretzky coaching to do this. How do I do it? Just do it. Yeah. There's going to be another quick whistle. We're going to get another face-off. It's going to hop out of bounds. No, Simon, he did not play well tonight at all. I don't think any Leaf played well tonight, to be frank. It was a team loss. They all sucked.
That's somewhere in the bottom third of a long list.
All right, Corey Perry getting himself set.
He said at his press conference this morning, if that's legal hockey, then we should play legal hockey. So expect a little bit of that from both teams in this game number 5 too.
Off the draw, that's going to be broken up. Tripping call. We're getting a penalty. Our first penalty here. Wow. So they're going to regroup, get this set up, get this back and going.
Right off the face-off, you can see Trent Frederick trying to get a little bit of a head start, and he gets a jab in the back of the legs, and then the stick of Colasar goes in between his legs. As he pushes against his left leg, he then gets his stick a little too far in, and it takes down Frederick. Not the kind
Let's go. Let's do it.
like this to be the first call. The Vegas bench
2 minutes. Oilers going to go to the power play.
on Frederick, and the first power play goes to Edmonton.
Again, welcome in everybody. Let's do this. Oilers need to get going. Want to put one up on the board.
Well, they take one there, and now Edmonton looks for a lead late in the first period of game 5.
Looking for their first road power
Set up.
goal
Let's
play.
do it. Drop the puck. Let's play. Yeah, exactly, RC. Exactly. This is going to be dumped all the way down. Skinner going to set it up. Here comes Boucher. Bouchard. What I call him Boucher. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Playing it back in the middle of the ice. Vegas going to steal. Vegas long pass. That's going to be deflected up and out of play. Going to be fixed up and done this again. I don't know what's going on the talk. We're gonna end this and we're gonna start a new one. We've been live here for a long time. I don't know what's going on here. So we'll be right back. Find us again. All right, so we're going to end that here. We're going to switch a new one.
Draisaitl wins the face-off for Michael. It'll be a restart for Bouchard. Vegas, a suspect penalty killing unit during the regular season. 26th in the
Hang on one sec. This kind of dumped around at the side, working through. Vegas trying to get in here. Oilers, 20 seconds to go. Oilers to the point. Bouchard. Here's a shot. Back to Draisaitl. To Bouchard. He passes it off. Back around. No shot coming. They're just passing. Back and forth. Again, no shot. Now they do, and it's going to get blocked. Perry bringing it back through. Here's a long shot. It's down in front. It comes up towards the glove, and a quick throw down there. A nice play. The Oilers were getting close. They were starting to get some pressure, but a nice job to end it. And period number 1 is in the book. So let's go to the intermission. We're going to break this all down. We're going to see what went down. Whoopsies. That was weird. We went to the wrong screen there. Where's my intermission screens? There it is. All right, there we go. That's better. We're going to bring this one up. Intermission time. Shots are low. Shots are very, very low. 8-5. Edmonton with 8. Vegas with 5. 16 hits by Vegas. That's a good number. 16 hits. Excuse me, 7 hits for the Oilers. Faceoffs are close, 10-9. Only 1 penalty, which is the power play the Oilers are currently on. Right now, 6 giveaways for Vegas, 4 for Edmonton, and 6 for the block shots. So doing a nice job there. Really, really coming through. And important to play. Very important play. Oilers were starting to come on there at the end of the period, which was nice to see that the Oilers, were pressing. It was a back and forth, a real nice back and forth period. Edmonton had some good chances. Vegas had some good chances. Goaltenders were settling in here quite nicely, which is super, super important that, goaltenders get their chance. Smile, how's it going? That's right. Oilers can strike at any time, right? At any time. They can absolutely kind of blow up and get you. So if you're not careful, they will do just that. But yeah, it's super exciting. Good to see though. Good to see that the Oilers are in this one. I would have hated Dion. How's it going? Welcome in. I would have hated, coming into another game here and having having the Leafs, having the Oilers get blown out of the water the way the Leafs did. I would not been able to take that because that was really a horrific game. They just did not show up to play. They did not. Toronto was bad. Still time. There's still time, but at least there was life, right? At least there was life in this period, which is important to play. Zachary, how's it going? Thank you for subscribing, Zachary. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Oilers, their stars are playing like stars right now. Draisaitl at 6.5 minutes, McDavid at 6:17, Kane at 6 minutes, Nugent Hopkins at 6 minutes. The stars are getting the time. He's not going to be ready, smile mark, for the next game unless they rush him back, which I don't want them to do. I don't think Stolarz is the problem, not having him. Meaning, I don't think Joseph Woll is the problem. I think everybody else in front of him is the problem. They just could not pull it together tonight, and that's where things really truly hurt. These things happen, unfortunately, right? These things happen. It was an epic collapse. It's just not what you want to see from a team of the Maple Leafs caliber. The fact that, they lost the first 2 games very poorly, very, very poorly, and then to turn it around like this is just not good, right? It's just not good. So we hate to see it happen, but it is what it is, and there's unfortunately nothing that we can really do about it. So we come over here, we cheer on the Oilers, and we hope to God that they're going to have a much better outing. And hopefully they will. Hopefully they will do just that. Let's see here. All right. So there we go. Cool. Well, listen, we appreciate you coming in. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Go Oilers. That's right. Go Oilers. Hopefully the Oilers can turn this one around. We need some luck. The Oilers need some luck. They need to really figure it out real quick. Marner and Nyes doing damage to their upcoming contracts. I don't think Nyes did anything wrong, to be honest with you. Nyes is one of those guys who goes in and plays hard all the time. Nyes just drives. Nyes is going to get paid, and Nyes is going to get paid big time. And I have a feeling it could be even bigger than we thought, because the NHL, they just released new compensation thresholds for offer sheets. And this is why I think things are going to get a little crazy for Matthew Nyes. The range for offer sheets, it goes from over $7,020,000 to 9.3. And you have to give up, if that is taken, you have to give the other team a first, a second, and third round picks. Now, I don't think anybody's going to give an offer sheet to Matthew Nyes for 4.6 to 7 million, which is the threshold lower, because Toronto, I think, is going to pay him more than $7 million. So if you're going to come in, if you're going to make an offer sheet, it has to be a significant offer. You're talking 8 years, 7 years, and it's going to be, I think within that threshold, the 7 million to 9.3. And if you're in that threshold, why not offer him 9.3? He's a young power forward. He's shown he can score goals in this league. He has been a beast. So if Kyle Dubas, because Pittsburgh is one of those teams that has a first, second, and third that they can give up. If Kyle Dubas comes in from Pittsburgh and offers him a $9 million contract for 7 years, 8 years, if you're Matthew Nyes, how do you say no to that? You got to sign that offer sheet, right? And that's going to force Toronto to match it. I don't think Toronto can afford to pay Nyes $9 million. And the Tavares contract is going to come into equation. The Marner contract is going to come into equation. I think of those three, you have to keep Matthew Nyes. Matthew Nyes is a priority. This kid is a gift. He hits, he scores, he gets assists, he does it all. And he's still a young kid. He's, 22, 23, young kid. So he's going to get paid. Whether he gets, $8 million, 8 for 8, or he's going to get a $9 million offer sheet. It makes sense. Because again, there's no sense in giving him an $8 million offer sheet if you're going to give up those picks. If you want him and you're going to give him an offer sheet, you got to give a significant amount that it's worth him to leave this good situation in Toronto. So it's going to be interesting to see what exactly they do. And again, not so many teams can find that way through. So it will be very interesting to see if we take a look, like which teams can offer that $7 to $9 million, who has the 3 first-round picks. Anaheim does. They can afford him and they have the picks. Boy, wouldn't someone like Matthew Nyes fit in with Troy Terry and Trevor Zegras and the crew they're building in Anaheim? The Boston Bruins can. And I think if Boston offers him an offer sheet, you sign him immediately, regardless of the amount. You don't want Matthew Nyes going to Boston. You don't want a Mikko Rantanen situation coming at your door. The Calgary Flames are in that category. They can offer it. Boy, wouldn't he look nice with Nazem Kadri and Jonathan Huberdeau? Calgary, who, was on that bubble and needs an extra weapon. He would look sweet there. Yeah, McTavish and Nyes, that would be crazy. Chicago can offer it to him. Put Matthew Nyes with Bedard together. I mean, holy smokes. The Detroit Red Wings can do it. The LA Kings, the Montreal Canadiens, Nashville Predators, the Devils, the Flyers, the Penguins, the Kraken, and now the Utah Mammoths. So there's a few teams. There's a hand, what is there, 10 teams there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 13 teams that can afford to make that kind of an offer. That would be pretty wild. And every one of those teams, you could make a case of why they would want to pick him up, right? You would want to see him come in every single one of these teams. There was a good case to make for one of these players, or for a Matthew Nyes type of player. So you definitely could make that that argument. Alex, how's it going? Welcome in. So that I think that's going to be the story of I don't even want to say the summer because I hope it doesn't go that long. I think it's going to be the story of the spring. What is Toronto going to do with Matthew Nyes? If I'm the Leafs, as soon as they are done and as soon as they are ready, I would throw a contract in front of them. You try to get something done before July 1st because as soon as July 1st comes, I'm telling you, Kyle Dubas is going to put an offer sheet in front of him. I wouldn't be surprised if Dubas tries to bring Marner to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is in trouble. Marner was a Dubas guy. So is he going to try and steal Marner away, knowing he wants big dollars in Toronto? Toronto might want to turn him around. So there's Dubas to say, hey, Marner, you're not signed. It's July 1st. Come to Pittsburgh. Here's your $13 million. We'll give you what you want. By the way, we're also offer sheeting Matthew Nyes. Could you imagine if all of a sudden Pittsburgh ends up with a Marner, Crosby, Nyes first line? That's crazy. Crazy. Detroit is interesting. Eisman might be dealing for his job in the offseason. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, right? Detroit was also one of those bubble teams where they were right there. They had an opportunity to come in and make something happen. They really, really could. Let Marner go. Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see what they're going to do. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. All the thoughts. Thank you. I'm really intrigued to see what they're going to do with Marner's salary. Marner, yes, it's a lot of money that we can't afford. You don't want him to come back and bite you. You can't give Marner more than Matthews. Matthews at 13.2. I don't see an argument where Marner says he's worth more than Matthews. I understand he wants Rantanen money. I don't think he's going to get Rantanen money. And that's the other question, Small Mark, is you can't replace Marner. He's a 100-point player. 100-point players just don't get replaced that easily. So maybe, if you sign John Tavares for 3 years at, he's going to want 7 or 8 million to offer him 6. And then that money goes into a deal for Matthew Nyes, and then Marner, you move him, and then you bring somebody in, another player in at 9 million. You bring in a solid defender. Because the other thing is we still have the bottom half of our lineup that we have to solidify, right? Nick Robertson is a RFA. He'll be gone. Nick Robertson is not going to want to stick around here. He is restricted, though, so they can only, the Leafs would have to trade him. Pacioretty is going to be gone. If they offer Pacioretty anything, I'm going to be really upset. Pontus Holmberg is a restricted free agent. Steven Lorentz is a UFA. I'd like to see him stick around. You're going to have Easton Cowan, who's going to want a chance, right? Because Cowan is going to come up. He's going to want a chance. You're also going to have a guy like Alex Steeves, who's going to want a chance to get in here. You got some of these young guys who are going to need that opportunity. So do you need to go out and sign a million guys? No, but you got to create some space. How long is the power play for? So they're going to have 54 seconds, so about a minute left when they return, which really, 54 seconds, the power play start of a period, you're not going to get a whole lot out of that 54 seconds. By the time you win it back into your own zone, you bring it up, dump and chase in the Oilers zone, in the Vegas zone, that 54 seconds probably becomes 40 seconds. I still like Matthews. I'm still a little girl that's Onyx. Yeah, listen, he's struggling. Matthews is. And that's going to be a question in the offseason as well. He reminds me of the old Domi. Who does? Who reminds you of the old Domi? I'm I like the way Domi has been playing. I like that style of grit, that aggressiveness. Domi here at 3.7. I mean, that's a good lockup. It's a good lockup. From our defense side, the only UFA we have is Dakota Mermis. He's probably going to be gone. We're locked up with everybody else. Morgan Riley is locked up long term at 7.5 million. He's 31 right now, and this is going to become problematic because he's here till the UFA at the end of the 29-30 season. So we got him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more years of Morgan Riley. That's going to take him to 36. Morgan Riley seems to be a step slower right now. And that I think is going to be problematic in the long term. If we can find a suitor to trade Morgan Riley to, I think I'd be okay with that. Tanev is here long term. Ekman Larson is here for another handful of years, which is great. Brendan Carlo is here for a couple more years, which is great. Jake McCabe is here long term. His extension kicks in next year. Simone Benoit is here for a couple of more, as is Philip Myers. So from a defensive standpoint, I don't think we need to sign any free agents because we're kind of full on our defensive line unless we can pull off a trade. Do we send a Morgan Riley somewhere via trade? Do we send a Brendan Carlo somewhere via trade, even though we just got him? Because don't forget, there's some defenders in our system as well. Ben Danford, he's still a rookie, so he's not going to be ready to step up. But Topi Niemela, he's going to want a chance at making this team. William Villeneuve and Nicholas Minton are our two kind of right-handed shots, as is Marshall Rafai, and we have seen Marshall Rafai up here for a little bit. So are one of them going to get a chance? Vegas cuts payroll next year, signs Connor McDavid just as Stone contract expires. Michael, I don't think Connor McDavid is going anywhere but Toronto or staying in Edmonton. And I don't know how Edmonton is going to afford to keep Connor McDavid after the big Draisaitl signing. So that is going to be an interesting situation. We're still a couple of years out from that. When is he McDavid? He's got one more year. So he's due for an extension after this season, or he'll play out his one last year. But signing Draisaitl at 14 million, Zach Hyman, he's got a couple of years left on 5.5. So they need to know Hyman's deal is going to come up. He'll want to raise. Evander Kane, if they want to keep him, he'll want to bump. Well, they have a bunch of UFAs, so they're going to need to re-sign a bunch of players, plus a couple of defense UFAs as well. All right, let's get set. Period number 2 is coming up. Let's keep this one going. Let's see if the Oilers can make it happen as we are getting set. Good conversation, Matthews and Tavares for McDavid. Yeah, and Mega, I don't think Edmonton is going to be looking to trade him. I think they're going to want to lock him in. They're going to find a way of keeping him around because he is, he's best player in the world. The things he can do, not a lot of people can do. You talk about, having trouble replacing Marner, and Marner's kind of 100 points. How do you replace McDavid and what McDavid brings? I would rather have McDavid over Marner all day long. I mean, he's a playmaker who can score. He can pass the puck. He can score. He can do all kinds of things. All right, let's get set. Period number 2 about to start. Thanks for hanging out with us. Welcome in if you are just coming in. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up for us. And make sure you hit that subscribe as well. Draisaitl set to take the opening draw. This is going to be one back. Vegas with the puck, going to dump it right in. Edmonton has to set it up. 45 seconds to go on the power play. I do like the new Utah name. I like the Mammoth. Of course, it's not what everybody, wanted, but it's all right. Hey, Paul, welcome back. McDavid going around here in the corner. Vegas going to throw this up. Oilers keeping this one in. 30 seconds to go. Draisaitl taking a look around. Fresh ice. Krista, thank you. It's been a long day. McDavid back to the line, but we had to be here for this game. McDavid dropping it back. Bouchard, cross ice, still no shots. Settling this one down. Draisaitl on the far side. Going to put this one back. Here's a blast. This goes wide. Money, sure, but if they can't deliver during the playoffs, that's a great point. It's a great point. Draisaitl shot is going to be blocked. Nugent Hopkins keeps this one in. Power play comes to an end. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Hyman spinning it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl tied up. Going to try and bring this one out front. Back to McDavid. McDavid in the corner. Has it taken away. And this is going to be sent all the way down the ice. And no icing. Yes, no. No icing calls. Skinner had the arm up. Thought there was going to be icing. The linesman waves it off. Doss, they absolutely were. They really were. Dwight, thank you for the follow. Vegas going to bring this one up to the blue line, over the red line, right into the Oilers zone. Quick pass around behind the net. Vegas getting their cycle going on, but Evander Kane takes it away. He's going to go cross ice, and Draisaitl hits that line, dumps it in. Vegas going to knock it right back down. Yeah, RC, Vegas is in turmoil. Going to be interesting to see what they do. Vegas in the high slot with a shot right on. Nice save. Brown going to put this one over. Oilers turning around. Kane back with this. Nice save here by Skinner. Long cross ice pass. Oilers hit that red line. Nurse going to dump this one in. Down the far side, Vegas picking it up. Vegas going to cut toward the middle. Here they come. Long pass dumped into the corner. Wallman is going to go back to pick this one up. Wallman going to now start to work up ice. Little pass across through the middle. And this tipped in the corner. Big little bump there. Edmonton can't hold it in. It comes out over the line. Hey, Marshall, what's going on? Have a good night. Little move. Vegas back to the point. Long shot by Whitecloud. That's going to sail high and over. Chris, that's 3-1. Edmonton is up 3-1. So that's why it's an important game here this series. Draisaitl's shot earlier went off the mask of Hill. But that's why it was important to be here tonight for this game. It's an elimination game. We wanted to make sure we were here in on this action. You know, it's unfortunate. I had several people reach out to me through the various platforms to say, you know, Sam, thanks for doing this. And, you know, they used to watch or hang out with some of the other streams and told me that a lot of the other channels don't interact. They don't talk to the chat. They don't engage. And there's a lot of shady stuff going on, a lot of slimy stuff going on. So for those that reached out to me, thank you. And for those that, if you experienced anything bad with another streamer, I really apologize, because that's not the way this is meant to be. I'm glad you found us, though, and you're here to hang out and have some fun. Uncle Big Bad just got home from work. Oh, thanks, buddy. That was tough. That was a tough one for sure. This down around at the side. Vegas going to try and bring this up. Bouchard up on him. Vegas back to the line, swinging it across. No, Sarah, seriously? Wow. Quick shot, side of the net. Vegas is coming close. Thank you, Krista. Another shot is going to get stopped by Skinner. Some pushing and shoving after the play again. Some shots thrown. Michael, the cap is going to get interesting. Even with the increased cap, it's going to be interesting to see how they get it all sorted out. Sam was like, when you say, that's what separates you from other streamers I've been watching off and on for a few months. Oh, thank you, Single Mike. I appreciate it. Listen, it's, you know what, not that I wanted to go too far down this rabbit hole, but I wanted the people who reached out to me to know that I really appreciated it. You give the vibe we're saying, and it does. That's exactly how I wanted it to be. But it's just unfortunate, right? Because sometimes people let things get to their heads, and that they take themselves too seriously. And this is for everybody. Draisaitl backing this one up. Edmonton trying to work this one through. Listen, we all get excited. We all get excited. When the numbers are going up, when the subs are going up, the views are going up, we all get excited. There's an audience there. But it's a chance for us as a community to enjoy sports together. It's nothing more than that. People sometimes forget that. I just made some jokes that I laughed. Sarah, we're all about the jokes here, as you've learned. This down around behind Edmonton coming in. They put it in front. Can't get it to anybody. Can't get the shot off. This turning back around the other way. And that's going to be an icing call against Vegas. OFP hitting that subscribe. Thank you. Welcome in. I'm my greatest audience. Yeah. See, truth be told, my family wouldn't laugh at my jokes, so I had to come online to get someone to laugh at me or with me. I'll take either one. Would you classify Connor McDavid as the face of the NHL? Ooh, Cam, I don't. That's a tough one. I think Sidney Crosby kind of has that spotlight. But over the next year or two or three, whenever Crosby retires, yes, McDavid will come into that. This going cross ice. Oilers have it in the Vegas zone. A little shot hits the side of the net. Draisaitl, who is that in there? Thought it was Draisaitl. It is not. Henrique is in there. He's battling. Comes to Brown. Brown in the high slot with a shot and a nice save. Aiden Hill just grabbing and hanging on to it. I can't take anything back that I've said or done because sometimes I spend hours laughing after. Hey, if we can't laugh at things we can do, then, well, I don't know. But we should. We all have to be able to. We've all done things and we all laugh at them. All right, good work here. Good work here by the Oilers. Oilers are getting some opportunities, throwing some pucks to the net. That's what we absolutely love to see. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Hit that thumbs up button. Keep those subs going. Where are they? Up there. Getting ready to get into the 60s. Off the draw, back around to the line. Working in. Here's a long shot that's going to get knocked down. Down around the side. Vegas on the move. Vegas going to bring this one out. Kolzar trying to bring in. Quick shot right on. Big juicy rebound. Edmonton is there to pick it up. Wow, it's so much fun to watch a game where there's a good speed to it. This is going to roll back down on Hill. Who gets pie on the face? Vancouver for trading away the player they should not have. New York Rangers keeping the player they should. RC, that is a good question. A very good question. Rangers, what an epic collapse they were this year. Back down around behind the Vegas net. They're going to cycle this through. Ethan, how's it going? Welcome in. Let's go Oilers. Vegas going to play this one up on the far side. Cross ice. Working it in. No longer a Leafs now. Now an Oilers fan. That's right, Paul. That's right. Coming right in front, Oilers going to knock this one down. As soon as that game ended, our allegiances switched from one coast to the other, as long as a Canadian team gets it done. King Derek, what's going on? Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, though. He just signed long-term for, what was it, 7 years, 8 years, 5 years? I can't remember. He's still going to be around. Exactly, Leafs who? Here comes Vegas over the line. I'll be a Leaf fan again on Friday. Jennifer, how's it going? Welcome in. Vegas looking to set it up. 13:28 to go in the period. Long shot is going to get knocked down. Oilers trying to flip it up, trying to get a change going. This dumped in around. Skinner going to slow it down for Bouchard. Bouchard playing this one over behind the net. Not really an Oilers fan, but impressed by their play last game. Yeah, Paul. Oilers have been, it took them a little to get going, but once they got going, wow, they've been wild. Andrew, how's it going, bud? Good to see you. Jennifer, I'm doing great, thank you. I'm getting a little tired. It's been a long day, but doing great. Here's Pokozin. He dropped it here. I think that was unintentional. Back to the line for a blast. That's going to be blocked. Wallman at 96.5 miles an hour. This one picked up by Vegas. Vegas, little dump right back into the Oil zone. Wallman back to pick it up. He's going to get it up to Draisaitl, and he gets plowed over. Back up to Draisaitl. Leon in for Pokozin. Sends it across in the high slot. Couldn't settle it down. Now they shoot. And a nice save here by Hill. And the whistle's going to blow to settle everything down. All right, fans. Yeah, King Derek. Do you? When was the last time? And MLSE ears that are out there listening, I mean this respectfully. And Barbashev is going to go to the box, so Oilers are going to get another penalty. When was the last time Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment cared about what the fans deserve? They're going to go to have a quick commercial break so we can talk about this for a minute or two. Listen, in my past work life, I had some dealings with some of the folks in the front office at MLSC, and I'll tell you, a lot of the folks at MLSC are amazing people. They are fantastic people. I've worked in some past lives with Keith Pelly, who's now taken over, and Keith is a phenomenal person. He will do whatever he wants to win. Remember, he took over the Toronto Argonauts as president when the Argonauts came out of receivership, right, under Cinnamon and Sokolowski. And it was Keith Pelly who was brought on that helm to deliver success, and he did just that. So I really do believe in Pelly, but it's a huge business, and it's a multifaceted business. And as long as the dollars are rolling in, I don't think they care what what fans feel they deserve. And I mean that with all due respect. The Toronto Raptors, who essentially won their championship, Kawhi Leonard refused to stay here, which meant Kyle Lowry left, and then everybody else eventually left, and that team was atrocious. For 2 or 3 years now, they've been a disaster. Lauren, how's it going? Welcome in. 0-0 in this game. If you want to know about the Maple Leaf game, the Leafs got absolutely obliterated. That's about all you need to know. But what happened in with the Raptors is they've been terrible, and their tickets are crazy expensive, and they raised the prices. They have a terrible team, and they raised the prices. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. All right. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sarah. Sarah, that's what we're here for. We are your escape. We got seats in our arena. Yeah. When was the last time Leafs got this far? It's been a long time. They were traded because the Raptors were rebuilding. They were rebuilding, and they were rebuilding for a disaster. So that's what I mean. They were rebuilding. They got rid of all the good players for what they thought was the future. They made a mess of the team, and then they're like, well, we're still going to raise season ticket prices. Putting this one over. Here's Nugent Hopkins back to the line. Bouchard with it. Here's a shot. That's going to go high and wide. And the Leafs making it to the second round. Just wait. Prices will go up even more. I know the season ticket prices are already set for next year, but individual tickets, everything else, every price will go up. The better they do, the more they'll go up. And it's not just Toronto. That's everywhere. Here's Bouchard swinging it to Nugent Hopkins. Down low, McDavid walking around. It's got Draisaitl at the side. McDavid spinning now. He gives it to Draisaitl. Still no shot. Draisaitl looking back to the point. Going to feed it to the point. Held in just barely by Bouchard. Back to Draisaitl. He's looking. Got to work it. Front of the net. Nobody in front of the net. Looking for a bang-bang tip. They couldn't connect. Wouldn't want to be in the Leafs locker room. No, definitely would not want to be. Let's turn this one around. Let's get this one going. Almost midway through the second game, still zeros. Rob, it is way better than the last one. These guys are actually skating. These guys are actually playing good hockey. And there it is, 100 likes. Thank you all so much for hitting those likes. Appreciate it. Thank you, Lauren, for hitting that follow button. Welcome into the party. Cross ice to Nurse. Nurse taking a look. Long shot. Nobody in front. Can see that the whole way. So going to make the save. Ulysses didn't miss a thing. Price of tickets will go up regardless. That they will. Based on what ticket prices go up, they do it based on country and economy or demand. So Jennifer, it depends on who you ask. There is a formula. Teams do have a formula to kind of determine ticket prices. DeSnake, what's going on? But really, it's about how much money can they get. So, for example, prices in Toronto will go up higher and a lot faster than ticket prices in Florida. But I know after Florida won the Stanley Cup, their ticket prices like quadrupled. Back to Kane. Kane with a shot. That's going to get knocked down in front. Puck is loose. Vegas going to pick it up. They're going to continue. First round of locked in for many years, then got over the hump. 2 years once we failed in the first round this year. Locked back into the second round. Yeah, we would like to see it going deep, and we do, Andrew, for sure. This back around. And it will totally be by demand. Here comes Vegas. They kill off that penalty. Back to even strength. Oilers, Vegas, no score here in period number 2. Autumn, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Thank you for those likes. Oilers back into the zone. Kane trying to tip this one up. He can't do it. Vegas going to turn around, bring it again. Melanie, hello there. I didn't know there was a formula. Seems like Toronto's expense. They do. Well, they're the biggest market, right? So they take into consideration the city. Like, obviously, Winnipeg is going to have a different formula than Toronto. Winnipeg, who is a top team, you would think they would want to raise their ticket prices through the roof. They dominated the regular season, but they've always had a problem drawing fans. So their formula is going to be somewhat different. Big takedown at the side of the net. Edmonton going to steal. They're going to carry this one up, playing it across. I could talk about this stuff all night long. And don't forget, Toronto, a big business market, big corporate market. So their prices are going to be higher to drive more of that corporate market. Does it seem like ticket prices matter more? Here they come in front, driving through for hockey than NFL football. I can't. It's so different, and the salaries are so different. In football, more players on the team, your salaries are I think they're way higher. But you also put 80,000 people in a stadium versus 18. So the economics are just different. These guys, they can only put 18,000 people in a stadium, and they vary. Some of them are 17, 16, depending on where they were. So they got to make up all that money based off 18,000 seats versus a Major League Baseball stadium with 50,000 or an NFL stadium at 80,000. So the number of seats matters. This coming around 8 o'clock. Oh, man, I hate saying this, Sam, but this has nothing to do with you, but I'm fading. No worries, buddy. It's all good, Stefan. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Nice little save here. Kulak back to pick it up. Kulak is going to set it up. He's going to start working this one ahead. Long pass up. Bouchard. Oilers breaking into the Vegas zone, sending it around behind the net. Reeves needs to go in that room, tangle out his mates, and tell him follow his lead. You know what? I don't think Reeves is the answer, to be honest with you. I don't. Toronto can pick it up now. They're done. Dan, they need to. They really need to. Coming around Edmonton, throwing it towards the net. That's going to go just wide. Thanks, Stefan. You too, buddy. Have a good night. Back in the corner. Nugent Hopkins trying to pull this one free. McDavid around the boards. Back to the line. Back over to McDavid. McDavid driving in, going backhand. It's there. Nugent Hopkins picking it up. He's going to turn it back towards the boards. Here's a shot. Rebound. Oh, it was in front for Hyman. He couldn't put that one in. So close. Back the other way. Vegas with an air ball. Trying to send that one all the way. That was like a Doug Flutie pass. All the way down, hoping to bring it in. A little Hail Mary. This is going to be dumped in right on. Nice little stop here by Hill. Trying to cut it off in the corner. And Vegas going to work it through the middle. Here they come up over the line. David, how's it going? By the Scepters, the Leafs now behind the Panthers. How did the Scepters do? Did they get eliminated, by the way? Did the Scepters get eliminated? So Edmonton Nurse setting it up, 6.5 to go. This has been a very quick period. 6.5, long pass. Except Onyx. And we're going to have a whistle here. Paul, I'm not sure. That's a good question. So Hyman, he's throwing some hits. They're going to go to commercial break. So commercial break it is. But yeah, just to finish while they go to commercial break, just to finish those thoughts on the
I need to say something.
on the ticket prices. All right, Cottaging, take care, buddy. Oh, wait, you're calling overtime. I hope not. Good night, Andrew. Scepters are out of the postseason. They lost their first round.
Yeah.
Wow,
Totally.
3-1.
Done.
Unbelievable. Thank you, David. I remember I saw the first 2 games. I didn't hear what happened with the rest of it. But you just follow up on those ticket prices, especially in the Toronto market with hockey. They know, like I said, it's a big time corporate market. They know there are some fans that are paying what they're paying now. So small increases, they'll be able to manage it. They're always full. They have no problem with season tickets. And it's now going to be interesting what they do with the regular game tickets. And that's why you now have, remember before it used to be every section you had your prices based off section, and of course if you were in the middle you were more expensive, if you're on the sides it was a little cheaper. Well, now with dynamic pricing coming in, every event is different pricing. If you paid $100 for a ticket to one game, you're going to pay $115 to another. You might get another one for $97. You know, if they're playing a crummy team, your ticket price is going to be lower. If you are a higher team or you're playing a better team, your ticket price is going to be higher. It all automatically adjusts based on who you're playing and what the tickets, how they're selling. If you have a Detroit game on a Wednesday night and it's not selling at all, well, ticket prices are going to all of a sudden come way down to drop the demand. Are you following? Chad, I am a little bit. There's a couple of folks I've been watching as they come back from commercial break. There's a couple of folks I'm watching who have been detailing it really well. Here's a cross test. I just don't have enough time to read everything, but I've been listening to a lot of the testimony, and it's crazy. Here's a shot right on. Nice save. Loose puck in front. This is going to be played across. Are you following it, Chad? Are you listening along? Here comes Eichel. Back the other way. Great comeback. Great back check. Here's a blast from the point. That's going to go wide. Under 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Oilers are all over them. They are pressing and pressing really, really hard. 10 shots for Edmonton in this period. 4 for Vegas. Oilers are just flying right now. Vegas needs to pick it up, but they're still in this hockey game, and it just takes one shot. It could turn the whole thing around. The whole tone can change. Lester, how's it going? Welcome in. Put the money in the fans' pocket. Wouldn't that be a nice thing to do? You can see better on the T. Brendan, right? Right. Exactly. Little dad jokes. How's it going? Welcome in. It's been a good back and forth. Oilers have had some great opportunities. They are flying. They are really flying through. Aiden Hill had to be tight on that one. Got another little break coming up here. Another little break. Again, welcome in. Thank you all for being along. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button for us. We're 4 subs away from 060. We'd love to hit that tonight. You can help us get there. Oilers need to fall behind a goal or 2 to engage their offensive potential. I hope not. I hope that's not their strategy. That would be really bad strategy. Tim, in this case, which team are you supporting? Jennifer, I'd like to see the Oilers win. I'd like to see Edmonton get it going. I want more Canadian teams to get through. We're probably going to lose the Jets. They're down 3-1. You know, they haven't looked good, so I'm a little surprised there. Drinking coffee out of your coffee cup in your store. Cottaging. Did you bought the coffee cup? Oh, well, thank you very much if you did. I appreciate that. Which store did you get it from? I don't think I saw a notification that one was purchased. This person, you are correct. I am from the Toronto area. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. But yeah, I'm from the Toronto area myself, and just north of the city, born and raised. But all in all, I'm just a hockey fan. I will watch almost any hockey game anytime. Big hockey fan here. So that's kind of why we started. We just started doing this to have fun. Don't say that I still believe the Jets are going to make it. I would love to see it, Jennifer. I'd love to see it. It's just, it was like the beginning of the, oh, okay. Well, thank you, Cottaging. I appreciate that very much. The mugs are great. The mugs are really great. I'm also cheering for any Canadian team. Yeah, would love to see them find a way to get something happen. It would be really good to see. And it would, I was hoping for an all-Canadian Final Four, but obviously not going to be the case now. Montreal blew that one up. All right, coming back 5 minutes to go in this period. Edmonton right up the middle. Oh, McDavid, he's passed it off. He should have shot. He was all alone in the slot. Oilers versus Dallas is going to be Rantanen versus McDavid. I'm so excited for that matchup. Here's Hyman. Hyman pushing this one forward. Good back check there by Pietrangelo. Going cross ice. McDavid didn't see the puck come back to him. Here comes Vegas right back the other way. Pulling up Barbashev going cross ice. Cannot connect there. Wow, Riley Smith was coming in there. That one almost came through. Matthias has I can't cheer for the Oilers after last season. Last season was last season. It's a whole new ball game. If they win the cup, I feel like us Connect fans will never hear the end of it. That's true. Yeah, I agree with you there. Whichever Canadian team wins the next cup, you know that city's just going to be partying like crazy. It's going to be rubbed in everywhere. That's true, this person. I deserve a round of applause for only having 1.5 jam thumbprint cookies. There you go, Sarah. I'll give you applause. I tell you, if I had cookies in front of me right now, I'd be eating a lot more than just 1.5 of them. Cookies are my kryptonite. Well, and chips. And fried food. And burgers. I'm here supporting every American team. Not that I just like Canada. That's awesome. I would be the same, except for Canada. Here's Vegas walking in, going upstairs with a shot. That's knocked down. Vegas coming around back the other side. That cup belonged to Canada. Take it back. Take it back. Little cycle around. Working through. Back to the line. Vegas is pressing. Here's a shot. That sails wide. Skinner has to come post to post. He's pushing across. I can't help it. I like food so much. Back to the point. Vegas coming up. Here's a little walk around with a shot right on. And a nice save. Skinner is going to hang on. The Oilers going to create some space in front of them. Of the Canadian NHL teams, the Oilers, the Jets, the Leafs remain. Though I see neither of the last two teams likely to join the Oilers in the conference finals. Oh, David, we can do it. We can do it. Food rocks. It really does. It really does. Far too much. Braxton, 0-0. No score in this game right now. Yeah, all good. I think I'm okay. I don't think so. Okay. Good night. Do we have cookies? Can I have the dad cookies? Right. See, Sarah, now I'm going to have cookies. Here's a quick shot that's going to get knocked down. This is the line, 2:50 to go. Who doesn't? Right, Dion? This playing it back across. Trying to come through. Thank you very much. Back to the side. Kane playing it around behind the net. There we go. We got our dad's oatmeal chocolate chip. Little oatmeal chocolate chip. The best cookies. Just a bat boy. Oh, I love wonton soup. Playing this in front. Here they come. Knights on the move. Over the line. Vegas coming in. Nice back check again. This time it's Connor Brown. Down around behind. Playing it over to the side. Edmonton, a little flip pass. Trying to get this up. Yeah, Mega, they're the best. But they're so crumbly. They make such a mess. But they're delicious. Big hit in the corner. Vegas right out in front. They shoot. They put it wide. Skinner over. Vegas continues to press. They're going to go back to the line. Cross-ass Whitecloud with a shot. Rebound, another shot. That goes just wide. Holy smokes. A lot of passing. Some great shots. Vegas firing on all cylinders. 1:36 to go. Edmonton is in trouble. They're starting to stand still. And Corey Perry's going to deflect this one all the way down. Spaghetti and grilled cheese is still kicking. Yeah, Rob, I had never heard of that until it was mentioned in the last stream. And see, I just dropped crumbs everywhere.
For a reason. When he's skating, moving his feet, and finishing bodies, and a little tap on Stu Skinner's block there to say, hey, well done. There's the big hit on Sketcher, on the forecheck, and that turns the puck over and leads to
Mega,
the
we
chance
do.
you're talking about. Here's
I
what
buy them from Costco, and we get those giant boxes of them. No joke. It's the only way. You have a cookie in Canada called Heyday Tasty. I don't think so, Lozo. I'm not sure, those. 2 breakfast bowls in the microwave right now. Messed up. Got the biscuit and gravy. Oh, so Rob, I had one of those this morning. They're actually not bad. They are changed. They have changed. When they first released them, the scrambled eggs weren't scrambled. It was just the egg bites that they would mash up. Now that they have this cross promotion with Ryan Reynolds, they are, well, they seem like properly scrambled, and it's delicious. But I get it without the sauce. I don't like the sauce, and yeah, I don't like the sausage when I get the bacon one. All right, let me scroll back. So many comments. Let's see. You have to work early, 2 a.m. tomorrow. Makes me very tired. Yes, gotta be okay for work though. Leafs have more of a chance to go to the Jets. That they do, Jennifer. They do. You get them at Walmart. Nice. This is going to be played up. Here comes Draisaitl. Nope, can't get it. McDavid going to back this one up. Now I need cookies. There you go, Melanie. See, we're all getting the cookies going. Werner's Ginger Ale. I've heard of that before, but I don't think we have it regularly. Now I'm grabbing a grilled cheese and peanut butter sandwich. Oh, boy. All the snacks are coming out. 50 seconds to go. Spinning around. Edmonton going to get taken down. Kulak playing this one back. Bouchard boots it. He's got to go back for it. Setting it up behind the net, looking to come out on front. Bouchard still setting. 30 seconds left to go. Down around behind the net. Hockey fan, no, the Leafs did not win. They got destroyed. What was the final score? 6-1? It was bad. It was really bad. 5 seconds to go. This period is coming to an end. Here's a shot right at the end of the period, and it is done. Good period. Excellent period. Let's flip over here. There we go. Bringing it up. Let's get these stats. 0-0 it is. Shots now 18-13. 10 shots for that period for the Oilers. 8 for Vegas. Hits pretty even. Well, no, it's not. 30 hits for Vegas. 22 for the Oilers. Faceoffs are close. 16-14. Vegas has not had a power play opportunity yet. Edmonton has not taken one. Vegas has taken 2. A lot of giveaways. 10-9. Block shots, 11-10. So pretty close for the most part. Pretty close. Headed to Costco tomorrow. Yeah. Hey, if you're into Legos, apparently Costco just got a bunch of new Lego sets. All right. Sorry, I had to have my cookies. Needed to get a little cookie boost. Vernon's is an independent brewer off distributed by 7-Up warehouses. Yeah, I've heard the name. I don't think I've ever seen the drink, though. Thanks for. Oh, boy. I love Lego supercars. Yeah, Mega, they're cool. They do a good job. We're building right now the NASA. I can't see. One of those big the rocket on the launch pad. So we're starting to build that and work through it. Love Legos. So much fun. Did you see recently before one of the races, they actually had 3 Lego race cars, like full size, life size, and they had a couple drivers driving them around the track. It was pretty funny. All right, so we are here. Intermission time. It's been a fun first 2 periods of hockey. I've almost totally forgot about the Maple Leaf disaster that took place earlier tonight. But these guys are playing good hockey. Used to work for Coke as a merchandiser. Oh, cool. Smile, Mark. So you know a thing or two about the industry. This second period, it was back and forth action. It was back and forth. These guys were moving, both teams getting some chances, moving the puck around. Really enjoyed seeing what these teams were doing. Brown and Evander Kane leading the Oilers with 3 shots apiece. Janmark, Draisaitl, Kasperi Kapanen, and Nugent Hopkins with 2. Connor McDavid has not had a registered shot on net yet. I find that interesting to believe. Not a registered shot on net yet for McDavid. You know, my nephew has the biggest set, the Titanic. Yeah, those are great, cottaging. Those are really, really good. The one I was waiting for, I did the big Disney castle, which is awesome. I want to get the big Millennium Falcon. I just have nowhere to put it. It's also $1,000, so I really don't want to spend $1,000 on Lego, but I have nowhere to put it. Oh boy. Here he comes. Florida Park Explorers in the house. What's up, Bear Shark? How's it going, my man? Hope you're having a good day. We are some of us are trying to get over our sorrows and our disaster of what happened in the Maple Leaf game earlier today as the Maple Leafs got obliterated by the Florida Panthers. It wasn't even fair. I think we should just call a mulligan and do the whole game over again, right? Like, isn't that how these things work? If you missed it earlier, the Maple Leafs lost 6-1 in the very important Game 5. The Panthers win 3 straight, now take a 3-2 series lead. Yeah, it's a waste for the big sets. What kind of cheese would go with spaghetti and grilled cheese? Well, you definitely need some Parmesan on there with the spaghetti, but for the grilled cheese, it has to be classic cheddar, in my opinion. Classic cheddar and some marble. That's my take on it. We are playing golf. That's right. There you go. And Bear Shark, the way your Rangers play this year, they're probably playing mini golf, not even real golf. Oh my goodness, they should have Lego hockey. So Lester, it's funny you said that. So there was a set years ago, and in fairness, I don't think it was Lego. I think it was Duplo, you know, the like kid Lego that's like the bigger pieces. They actually had a hockey set where you could get, you know, your particular team. They had a handful of teams, and you could get a mini rink, and there was a Zamboni. We actually have the Zamboni for it. It was pretty cool. So they did that, but I've never seen an actual Lego one. What I would love to see, because they're doing all these like iconic, you know, you can get iconic landmarks of Lego. I'd love to see a CN Tower one. That would be cool. But start doing stadiums. We know they're doing like monuments in like the Capitol building and the pyramid. You know, they're doing all these different landmarks. Start doing stadiums. How cool would it be if you had like a Lego, you know, Maple Leaf Gardens, old school stadium where you would build the outside, and then the roof, you could open up the roof, and inside would be your stands with the ice and everything. That would be so cool. If they had a Lego stadium, sports stadium, I would build that in a heartbeat. And you could do hockey, you could do football, you could do baseball. Like, there's so many opportunities there. And there's so many sports fans. If it was priced reasonably, I bet you'd sell a ton of them. Let's see here. Some of us are just switching sides. Yep, exactly. Oatmeal raisin cookies still are good no matter what the least. That's true. Although, Jack, I'm not a raisin guy. I can't eat the raisins, so that's why I do the chocolate chip. They're so much better. Back to this debate, and Sam answered my question from forever ago, like 3-0 forever ago. What debate? What debate? What debate? Was it the cheese question? I don't know. What debate were we talking about? See, I'm like a fish. I don't remember 2 seconds ago. Pretty sure garlic bread, it was spaghetti inside, the fried grilled cheese style. So it's kind of like a chicken parm sandwich without the chicken. It's nothing like a chicken parm sandwich. What is wrong with me? A Lego Zamboni. Yeah. A big Lego Zamboni would be cool too. You think I can buy game? You can, cottaging. I got an email earlier today about playoff tickets being available. So I'm sure it's for Game 7 in advance. Pretty much, Maple Leafs are about to do the same thing they do. Let us down yet again, Zach. Yep, that's right. That's right, Zach. They took us along for a ride. They took us out for dinner. They wined us. They dined us. They told us some funny jokes. And then they said they just had to go to the washroom and they never came back to pay the bill. That's pretty much what's going on right now. Have you followed the Paul Biznasty Toronto, Florida discourse with the end? Yes, it's funny. Listen, Biz, and no disrespect to Biz. Some of his stuff I find really funny. Some of it I find like he's trying too hard to be funny. Some of the stuff like the stuff with him and Brad Marchand I thought was hysterical. The stuff he's doing in the Ando is funny. I just some of it I just find it a little too much. You know what I mean? And hey, listen, if he's obviously getting some ratings, he's obviously, we see with him and Dangle, the more you freak out and do a little things a little crazy, people buy into that. That's what they want to watch it. For me, I'm not fully sold on that style of presentation. Seen a full size Lego? Yeah, Zazo. There's a couple of them. They're crazy. They're so cool. The cheese has to be mozzarella. There you go, mozzarella cheese. All right, let's see the cheese question. Yeah, mozzarella. Yeah, see, so for me, if I'm having a grilled cheese, and this is, for the debate, for me, grilled cheese has to be cheddar. I'm such a cheddar guy on my grilled cheeses. Or even a marble. I can do a marble, but I can't do just pure mozzarella. But then when you're putting pasta in the mix, right? When you're putting pasta in, cheddar doesn't really go with pasta. You're right, mozzarella and Parmesan are the cheeses that go much better with it. But I don't know, for grilled cheese, I gotta find a way to put the cheddar in there. I'm already mentally preparing myself. Yeah, and you almost have to, right, Zach? We get so emotionally charged and into these. We got to set a level, right? We got to set our expectation. Grilled cheese is made from jalapeno cheese and cream. What? Jalapeno cheese and cream cheese? What is this madness you speak of? I can't imagine. I don't eat jalapenos, but I couldn't imagine cream cheese on a grilled cheese. Interesting. I tried the Canuck Classic at Subway. It was good. Oh, I don't think I've had that. Garlic parmesan and sourdough with spaghetti sandwich. I love that this is gone food. We're all sitting here starving and we're talking food. Marner said he will give the hometown discount 13.9 million. Jack, that's right. And instead of taking 14, instead of that $100,000 he's given up, he wants a Maserati. I want the oil versus Canes. Fine, slushy the Canes. Any particular reason that you like the Canes? You're one of the few people I've seen that wants the Canes to move in there. Few teams are as consistent as the Maple Leafs. And LP, I mean, I guess we'll say it's right. They might be letting us down again, but at least they are being consistent. I asked a goofy question forever ago, and it's still coming back around. I think it's hilarious. Roast beef sandwich with au jus dripping. Ooh, roast beef sandwiches are tasty. Let's see, the cheese touch, Swiss cheese, grilled cheese. Not a bologna guy. What is pasta? There I got 2 tickets for Leafs game, row 15, section 123 and 4. There you go. There you go. Now you're locked in. And that's a melt. Ah, there you go. Spaghetti tacos, Robs. tacos are messy enough as it is, especially the way I eat them. Spaghetti tacos, although, you know, that could be magically delicious. You take a tortilla shell, hard or soft, they could work both ways. I think if you got a soft shell and you filled it with some spaghetti, some meat sauce in there, oh, that would be so good. I think if you were gonna do a hard shell, like a hard taco shell, it's almost better to have penne or rigatoni instead of spaghetti. Those can actually be quite nice. Maybe spaghetti, nachos, and cheese. Oh my goodness. But I don't think so. Spaghetti would be tough over. I can't believe this is what we're talking about. It's 11:30 at night here on the East Coast. We're watching a phenomenal hockey game where the Oilers are trying to shut down the Vegas Golden Knights, and we're talking about spaghetti tacos. Oh, I love this community so much. And no score. No score. 0-0 is a score. Is the Shannon Plan mortgage getting renewed? Satisfied? I hope not. Sports Mike, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, let's go. You guys are killing me. I love this. They do have a great coach. There's much respect for Aho. Listen, they have good players. 100%. I was just surprised to hear. I will report I make a mean spaghetti sauce. I'm looking forward to trying. There you go. Lozo's going to do it. He's going to pull it off. The curse is real. I was saying that glad I already had dinner. Otherwise, I'd be starving. Yeah, Jennifer, this chat makes you hungry. What goes with meatloaf? Ketchup. Ketchup goes with meatloaf. $800 down the drain. Oh, why are you guys mixing pasta and tacos, Jennifer? I have no idea. Lester, now we're talking. A good mean corned beef sandwich. Oh, corned beef all day. Oh, maybe I'll have to do that for lunch tomorrow. I just did smoked meat sandwich. Can you ever go wrong, though? I think we're going to do it. I think tomorrow's going to be a matzo ball soup day with a corned beef sandwich. Get that coleslaw with that pickle spear. Oh, yes, we're going to do it. In the last stream, that grilled cheese spaghetti sounded good. It really did. All right, I'm scrolling through, trying to catch up here, and now you guys see where the cheese on a grilled cheese came from. You're a horrible influence. Mark's going with the dried mango. Boo, too healthy. Darcy, how's it going? Who exercising more? Darcy, before tonight's game, I got on the walking pad, the little mini treadmill, and I kind of put some miles on it, a couple kilometers on it, walking through, getting the legs ready for tonight. Not that I had anywhere to go, but just walk right back over to this chair to sit here for 6 hours. But we did a little walk, got a little exercise in, had to get some steps in. You should see the drunk at a Bills game eat nachos and cheese with mittens on. I'm sorry, if you're going to sit out there in the wintertime at the Bills games and you're getting your nachos and cheese, which I'm all for. I love nachos and cheese. You got to take the glove off. You can't eat with the gloves on. That's hysterical. I have to say, I appreciate that you have the score time left. Nice big easy. Oh, this person, my pleasure. And listen, we're always looking to make tweaks and adjustments. So if you ever have any feedback, you're always welcome to send us an email, send us a message through our website, samwellb12experience.com. We're always looking for feedback. And if there's anything you want to see change or different, just let us know. Matt, oh, I'm such a mashed potato guy. Krista, yuck to corned beef. Oh, it's so delicious. I hope it's not over. LP, I'm not gonna lie. I really hope it's not overtime tonight. I'm zonked. That's the only thingy mom can cook right now. Corned beef dinner. Oh, corned beef dinner, the best. So we used to have this deli. It was literally down the street from me. Little place, tiny place. The owner, super nice. And I don't know where they got their meat from, but it was so good. And unfortunately, he shut down and moved to Costa Rica or something, which I can't blame him. wants to live his life, but man, I need those sandwiches back. Took me a long time to find another good corned beef sandwich. But oh man, you know what I also kind of feel like? No, I'm not. I'll save that. I don't want to go on another tangent. You kind of remind me of Steve Perry, the Journey singer. Uh, no, I almost started singing there, but it's not going to happen. Thank you. I can't sing a lick, so I'll leave that to Steve Perry. Major Walker, what's going on? Welcome in. Exercise. I thought he said extra fries. That's amazing. Oh, I've never heard that one before. Extra fries. I'm using that from now on. But my doctor told me I needed extra fries. Oh, that's great. First goal win. Yeah, Bradley, looks like it's going to kind of be that. I am not, Krista. I'm not Italian. I'm sure we have some Italian heritage, but I'm not. This channel is awesome, even if the game is going bad. Not talking about this one, the Leafs game. What Leafs game? There's no Leafs game. That's what it's all about. Listen, we make the best of whatever the situation we have in front of us. We are here. We're all in it together. I will not disconnect just because the team I want to win is losing. I mean, slight resemblance. It's the hair. No, I'm just kidding. Ruben on Rubens are good. All right, we could talk about this all day. Let's get set. Period number 3. Yeah, this channel rocks. Super big, easy to see scores. Thank you, this person. Let's get over it. Let's get over to it. Let's get it going. Period number 3 starts now. Somebody got to score. Now I got to go listen to Dream On. Dream? Nope, not going to do it. All right. Oilers with this puck. They're going to bring this one back, looking to get it going. Ruben. Oh, all these sandwiches are so good. Onyx must have fallen asleep. He'd be all over this conversation. Skinner putting it around behind. Giveaway. Vegas taking it away. Hooking. Penalty coming up. Bouchard with the hook. He's going to the box. Thank you for hitting those subscribes, by the way. Bringing us up to 060. 27060. Phenomenal. Thanks all of you for hanging out with us as well. NHL Playoffs Food Talk at your service. Who doesn't love some NHL Food Talk? Was Aerosmith. That's right. I actually got a chance to see Aerosmith live many years ago. I was very happy I got that opportunity. Back to the line. Here's Eichel. Eichel with a shot, going to get knocked down in front. Oilers going to pull this one away. This is Vegas's first power play opportunity of the game. The Oilers going to put this one all the way down the ice. You know, when you go to these situations, you got to be careful because you know your name or number is going to get called. It was only a matter of time before Edmonton took one. Vegas coming back across the middle. Eichel has to kick it up. He's got no stick. Stick down at the side of the net. Now he goes to retrieve it. Oilers, Wallman, he can't get it. Eichel, he's going to play this over to Waugh. Waugh, taking a look. Back to the point. Vegas working it around nicely. Back over to Eichel here on the near side. Eichel down low. Putting it out in the slot. Edmonton is going to steal, and they clear it all the way down the ice. 1:05 to go. 1:05 to go. I think I have McDavid in my Tim Hortons pick, so if he could score, that would be really appreciated. This down in over the line, because I can tell you, none of my Maple Leaf picks came in. Oh, Jack, that's my go-to. If I go away on vacation or we go to a new restaurant for lunch that I don't know anything about, club sandwich is one of the go-tos. Club sandwich or chicken fingers. Quick shot, that's going to go wide, but usually club sandwich. Dallas, hello there, welcome in. Are you putting Sarah in because you want us to call you Sarah? Eichel spinning around in the corner. Looking down, walking out, dropping it back to Eichel. Shot doesn't come. Eichel going in front. Nope, he gets it back. Timber, how's it going? Back to the line. Another shot that's going to get blocked. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Another shot, another save. Skinner playing well right now. This down in the corner. Chickens don't have fingers. All right, see you, cottaging. Out in front, Vegas trying to shovel it in. They go upstairs. They can't. Edmonton's going to pick it up. And it's power play is over. Back to 5-on-5 even strength. Bringing this one in. No, I meant someone else. Oh, sounds good, Dallas. Back in front. Oh, they go backdoor with a great play. Trying to steal. Here comes Edmonton. Draisaitl, a breakaway. Draisaitl. Oh, what a save. And the Vegas player crashes into Hill. Pietrangelo absolutely bashes into Hill as Edmonton had the puck ready to shoot it towards the open net. Hill, wow. What a stop on Draisaitl. Chickens just have one. Chicken wings are good too. My fun meter is like all this hockey and food talk. That's what it's all about. Hey. Yeah, Dallas, welcome in. Oh, Vegas had a couple big opportunities, a couple of big chances to put this one in. Draisaitl coming back the other way. He takes a shot. And Pietrangelo, it actually looks like he was sliding in. It looks like he got up on his knees and kind of ran into the goaltender to help save himself from running into the back of the net blind. But he's making sure he's okay. That's right, Vi. We got a game. We got a game. And it's a good-looking game. This is the third, Dallas. This is the third period. Somebody needs to score. 16:50 to go. 0-0 is the score. Henricks, it's the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Oilers are up 3-1 in the series. If Edmonton wins, they win the series. Poutine or nachos? Oh, smile mark. That is such a difficult question. Here comes Edmonton. Back in. A little drop pass. Here's a shot. That's going to be deflected up and out of play. I think it depends on where you're purchasing from. So this is going to be blown down. That is a very hard one. So 16:27 to go. They're going to switch it up, get some fresh legs coming in here. Thank you, Conso Connor. I appreciate you sharing the information. So Hyman carelessly had his stick up in the air there. Caught the Vegas player, but no call. This is going to be dumped right in, rolled right in on Hill. He had to be careful. Vegas trying to shovel this out in Edmonton. Passed it back, but came way too far. Wallman backing up. Skinner grabs the puck and fires it up the boards. Edmonton trying to control. Brown can't knock it down. Turning around in the neutral zone. Kane going to push it through. Here they come. The Oilers right across in front again and just outside of the reach. Oh, Costco. Yes, we talked about that yesterday. I could totally go for a Costco hot dog. This back around. Edmonton trying to get something going as this long pass by Vegas is deflected up and out of play. So a whistle with 15:40 to go. Pretty impressive game. Back and forth they go. I mean to brag, but my cat predicted the score. Help me. Jack, that's awesome. Off the draw, cross, Oilers. Bringing it up, Corey Perry. He's going to bring it back down and around. Oilers in their own zone, setting this thing up. Right at the line, they're going to bring it back. Edmonton all the way back in their own zone. Now they're going to start to move it forward. Guy, what's going on? Welcome in. It's Perry time. If Corey Perry gets the game winner, I will laugh. Oilers trying to get it going. They can't. Vegas turning it around the other side. Dumping this one all the way back down. Skinner is out to leave it here for Nurse. Nurse almost gave it away. Edmonton spinning around on the far side, bringing it up to the red line. There's a little bit of a takedown. but they're going to, nope, now they do turn it away. Vegas in over the Oilers zone. Edmonton steals this one back. Corey Perry, nice, good stick there. Bringing it back the other way. How long is Corey Perry signed for? Corey Perry is signed for this year. He's a UFA after this year. Wow, you hear the referee screaming, "I said offside." So he's going to blow this one down. 14:21 to go. 14:21 to go. Road Warrior, just you. I'm just muted for you. That ref was so loud. So loud. Same thing I said yesterday. I think they're a trap. So you end up spending more. Right? So true. Draisaitl in to take this draw. Trying to get it going off the draw. Vegas going to win the draw, and here's Carlson. Carlson bringing it around the net, playing this one up. Vegas bringing it in. Kulak back to pick it up. Going to go off the boards to Bouchard. Bouchard up the middle, going to come out. Vegas stealing it, and they had to wait to tag up. Bringing it back in. Bobbled it for a minute, now recovered. Vegas at the blue line. Going to dump this one down around in the corner. Vegas coming across the middle. Edmonton can't control. Vegas working it now real good. Quick stick by Bouchard, knocked it to the boards. Here's another one-timer and a nice save by Skinner. Rebound comes all the way to the blue line, held in. Edmonton now gets this one out. Down the ice, they're going to go switch it up, get things changed up real quick. But it's going to be an icing call. Guess I bumped my mute button. That's okay. Road Warrior, it happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. What's the difference between offside and icing? So, Jennifer, icing is when you're on one side of the red line and you dump it over the red line all the way down the ice and it's into the opposite zone. Offside is when you're going into a zone, the puck has to cross the line before the offensive team can enter. So if the player goes in before the puck, then it's called on an offside. Here comes Edmonton, 2-on-1 coming in. Nice pass across. Oh, and a shot and a nice save there. Draisaitl came so close yet again. I'm probably not explaining it well without showing a picture, but I hope you understand what I mean. There's a quick stick, knocking it away. Edmonton in their own zone, end to end. It is Smile Mark, two completely different games, all the way down. Aiden Hill setting it up. Vegas ripping it around the boards, pinching up, trying to hold this one in. They can't. We'll give you an education of hockey. One way or another, Rob, rightly or wrongly. Here they come again. Another shot right into the glove, and Hill is going to hang on to that one. Wow. Unbelievable. Great chance. Draisaitl coming close a couple of times here tonight. Draisaitl is all over the place, and he's had some really, really good opportunities. They're going to go to commercial break here. And yes, they are going to commercial break. Back and forth, so intense. 12:37 to go. 12:37 to go. I might need to have more cookie, but holy smokes, what a game. Oh, I love the two-line pass. I really like the two-line pass rule. It was confusing as anything. And, I'll be honest, when we removed the two-line pass rule, I thought it would open up more of those stretch passes, and I know it did for a while, but I don't think we see a tremendous amount of those stretch passes. It definitely did speed up the game, but yeah, I like that two-line. I like the two-line pass rule. That was an interesting rule. If you could choose another rule to eliminate, like the two-line pass, what rule would you choose to eliminate? And wooden sticks. Yes, Jack. There you go. I never would have expected a low scoring. Right, exactly. But what other rule, like they eliminated the two-line pass, what other rule would you like to see eliminated? Sorry, had to have some cookie. I'll give you my opinion in a minute. Brad, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Get rid of the shootout. I'm choking on cookie. Eliminate the embellishments. That would be a tough one. Darcy says in the NHL, icing is a rule that stops a play when a player shoots the puck from behind the center line all the way down the ice, past the opposing team's goal line, and no one touched. Darcy, thank you for putting that in. I appreciate that. No more scoring 6. Cross-checking in the face is a penalty. No shootouts. Yeah. Shootout is 100% the one that I would change. I would extend overtime to 10 minutes. If you want to keep 3-on-3, I'm fine with it. But extend overtime to 10 minutes. And if it's still undecided, it ends in a tie. Bring back the ties. Vegas going to bring this one in, down around the side. Before the no icing rule, players were getting seriously injured going to post. They were, Mega, and I understand it. I understand why they wanted to make that change. Edmonton going to steal. They're on the move, bringing this one back up. Imagine if they had touch icing today. With the lack of respect in this league, Edmonton keeps this one in. Here's Hyman. Hyman driving towards the net. He's going to turn around. With a touch icing today, guys would be getting seriously crushed. Back to the line. Klingberg, a long shot, going to get knocked down. Vegas going to gobble up the rebound. They're going to clear this one up. Yeah, get rid of the trapezoids. I'd be okay with that. Sarcasm, how's it going? I disagree with that. Shootouts are important to keep people in their seats. It's the end of the game, then have completion. So you don't think people would stay in their seats if you had 10 minutes of overtime? People find the shootout part of the game, so no. Yeah, I personally don't. But you're right. There are people who do enjoy it. Delphine, how's it going? Delay a game over the glass. Quick shot. That's so your rule change would be if the puck goes over the glass, so be it. Just drop another one. Don't penalize the team. Okay, I understand. But I think you run into, with that rule, people intentionally, when they're in trouble in their own zone, they clear the puck intentionally over the glass. But yeah, I get it. It's a frustrating one. Fragment, how's it going? Welcome in. So here we go. Face off in the Oilers zone. Vegas going to win it. They couldn't control it. Oilers steal. Racing this one down. Trying to turn around the corner to get around Whitecloud. Driving towards the net. Whitecloud takes Kane into the boards. Little cycle in the corner. Back up top. Nice job by Vegas getting into the line. This is going to be held in. No, it comes out over the line. Vegas into the Oilers zone. Nurse is racing back. Vegas walking out of the corner, centering it in the high slot, and this is going to be intercepted by Brown. Vegas still rotating around. Here's a long shot. That one is blocked. Vegas picking it up. Henrique with a block shot. Vegas behind the net, bringing it out in front. Here's a one-timer. Quick stick and a stick lift. They fan on that one. Extra 20 OT than a shootout. So I don't think you could do 20 minutes of overtime. I think that's a lot to play a whole other period. But I think 10 minutes is a nice spot. If the puck goes over unintentionally, it could just be moved along quicker. Referee, where they drop it. Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I love these rule conversations. They're really intriguing. This back down over the line. Trying to get in there. Knights or Oilers? Jordan, I'm going for the Oilers. Tonight. Vegas driving in though, but it has been a great back and forth game. We are under 10 minutes. Vegas bringing it back. A little toe drag, shooting, big save. Rebound, Kolesar couldn't grab it. He couldn't bury it. Back around on the other side. To the point. They don't shoot. They're crunching down. Now they're going across. Big battles in front of the net. Huge battles in front of the net. Bringing this across. Walking all the way down low. Going for the wraparound. Skinner comes across. Back up top, still no shot. Working this through. Vegas. Now they're just all that work and they just put it in the corner. And Edmonton going to get this one out and all the way down. No more moving ads on the boards. Oh, smile mark. Thank goodness. I can't stand the digital ads. They draw with the motion. Nothing bothers me more than I'm watching a game and you see motion going around the boards. Whoa, we got a little, must be midnight. A little refresh there. It is. That always happens at midnight. Put the computer chip in the puck. Cup games only, Sam Bradley. I like that one. You're the best, Sam. Will love your energy, loves the passion of fun watching. Thank you so much, Darcy. I appreciate that. We're happy to have you. This coming around. Guy, how's it going? Oilers are cup winners this year. They're built for the long haul. Let's see. Is it Guy or Gee? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 for Guy, number 2 for Gee. Just so I know. This one bringing Vegas down low, driving around. Realize I have a lot to learn. But Sarah, that's the fun of it. And you get to learn it with us. Amelia, how's it going? Remember the big red dot? Oh, the Fox puck. Yes, the Fox puck. Pokozen bringing this back in their own zone. Number 1. All right, thank you, Guy. Appreciate it. Jack. This down in the corner. Draisaitl is going to race all the way back. He gets plastered into the boards. Oh, there's a shove headfirst into the boards. Wow, Pokozen goes in heavy. No call. Refs letting it all go right now. Edmonton bringing this one back in their own zone, looking to wind it up, get things going. Kulak with possession. Kulak looking up. Big changes coming. Both teams. 7:15 to go. 7:15 to go. Vegas fans are getting on the Oilers as they waited for the changes to come. Long pass. Tried to go all the way to the Vegas blue line. That's intercepted. Vegas back. Going cross ice. They don't get a shot. Coming around behind. Short-handed, short-sided backhander. That one is going to be easily stopped. This is going to be knocked down. Oh, Alozo. Again, you guys, there seems to be lots of fire. It must be this time of year. Is it common this time of year? And you're very welcome. So McNabb, nice try. Vegas getting some shots, coming close. Edmonton is coming, getting some close. Only 4 shots this period for Edmonton, 7 for Vegas. They've definitely been the aggressors. But we are under 7 minutes to go. If you're just coming in, welcome to the show. Make sure you hit that subscribe over there. Hit that subscribe button for us. Welcome to our community. We want you to join us for the rest of the playoffs. And of course, we'll be here next summer as well. Eichel with this. Eichel going to spin around. Going to flip this one up. McDavid is going to take this one away. He's going to carry, and now he flips it ahead. Down into the zone. Nugent Hopkins bouncing it in. Hill goes around beside the net. No rain in a year. Wow. That's wild. Back around Edmonton, sending it right back in. Another big hit. Comes out. Oilers. Let's do it a third time. Dumping it right back in. They're going to tag up. Try and get this going. Go Oilers, go. This coming out again. Edmonton has to play it back. They're going to start winding this one up. That's a great question, Small Mark. That's a very good question. That's probably the $1 million question. Edmonton backing it up in their own zone. 5:40 to go. 5:40 to go. Unbelievable. This is nuts. RQ, I hope it doesn't go 3 overtimes. Here's a shot that's going to get blocked at the side of the net. Vegas going to play this across. Broken stick. Broken stick. It hit Barbashev's stick. His stick just shattered. Puck is going to come out. Here come the Edmonton Oilers, dumping it right back down in the corner, but it's a little too high. It's going to go into the mesh. So 5:17 to go. We're going to get a face-off coming up just outside of the Vegas zone. Holy smokes. I really do believe we're at that point where it is next goal wins territories. So, Justin, you know, personally speaking, I would hate that they did that. I would absolutely hate if they did that because that would kill that would totally kill my channel. So I'm a little biased on that one. No, not a lot of free ice out there. It's getting clogged up quick. These guys are moving really, really, really fast. Really fast. This is such a well-fought game by both teams, which is super, super impressive. It's not, Rob, really. Oh, I didn't know that. Stefan, what's going on? Now, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. That's what I thought. That's pretty dangerous. Blah, 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 blah. Why did you turn down the volume? Oh, Dallas, it's commercial break. It's commercial break right now. So they're at a commercial. So that is why. Channel wouldn't die, Sam. There's too many of us. Feel like being here. No, I appreciate that. I do. But yeah, we've had some issues. Maybe we can have food talk Mondays. We should definitely do some kind of food talk thing. But you know, we've had some challenges before, Rob, and that's when Dangle's channel was first building up. If you remember, was it last year or the year before? He had a deal with Sportsnet where Saturday nights he could actually show the game, and he did his play-by-play, which was terrible, absolutely terrible. But people would go over there just because they could watch the game. And we did see, especially with PWHL in year one, when they would show the actual games on YouTube, it killed us. So I know we have our loyal following and a group of folks that would always join us, but in order to continue to grow and build, when they put the actual videos on, it would kill us. You know, there's a lot of bot channel or pirate channels that will illegally do that, which YouTube nabs, but they have like thousands of people watching. So it's unfortunate, but I'm glad we have our community, and we love what we do. We love these people. I wouldn't have it any other way. Down in the corner, big hit there. Just back up around. The board battles still playing along. Welcome in if you are just joining us. Thank you for being here. Down around in the corner. Little play came right up the middle. Vegas could have jumped on that. They just were a little slow getting there. I'll be here for overtime and beyond. Thank you, James. We got 4:40 to go. 4:40 to go. Edmonton, headman, up to Brown. Brown going to chip this one in. They're going to chase this one through. Playing it, Pietrangelo with it now. Pietrangelo, he's going to work this one up. Cross ice pass, stolen by Pekozin. He's going to bring it in. Pits it across for Draisaitl. He shoots. That's blocked. Rebound. He couldn't settle it down. He had an open net. Couldn't settle it down. Back up for Draisaitl. He spins around from Eichel. Putting it across. Oh, somebody shoot the puck. Not now. Oh, my goodness. And this coming out. What a great opportunity. Edmonton had a huge opportunity, and they just couldn't pull the trigger. Who influenced you to do play-by-play? So that's a great question, Smile. I wanted to do... I'll wait till commercial break. I'll share my story. This down in the corner. Back across. Klingberg over. Edmonton walking up a blast. That's going to get blocked. Side of the net. Kulak at 90 miles an hour. Working this one up on the far side. Draisaitl going cross ice. That's intercepted. 3:30 to go. 3:30 to go. Vegas going to play this one down the ice. Klingberg back to pick this one up. He's going to turn around. Flipping this all the way back down. Vegas again going to work it up. 3:16 to go. Little Stone Cold Steve Austin in the house. You got your Leon jersey on. There you go. Nugent Hopkins to pick it up. He look out. He's going to chip this back to Bouchard. 3 minutes to go in the third period. Oilers going to carry this one up. Little dump in. This down around at the side. Vegas going to steal. Stolen by Nugent Hopkins. Tried to play it down to McDavid. Couldn't quite get him the puck. This in the corner on the near side. Big bump by Hyman. Hyman playing it around behind the net. McDavid trying to get over there. In Vegas, airlifting this one out to the center ice line and beyond. It's going to roll all the way down. Oilers going to play this one up. It's tipped, and it's going to go out of play. Matty, how's it going? It looks like it could be. 2:34 to go. 2:34 to go. All right, they're going to go to a little commercial break here. It looks like. So to answer your story, how did I get inspired to do play-by-play? I've always loved radio. I've obviously listened to sports play-by-play my whole life. Going to the Hockey Hall of Fame when I was younger, the Hockey Hall of Fame, they have these booths where you can like pick a particular play and you do your own play-by-play of that. And I really enjoyed it. And eventually, when COVID came and everything kind of shut down, I was following some Disney YouTubers, some Disney live streamers, and I said, "Well, I can do this." And you know, there was another streamer who did a lot of football and baseball play by play, and I said, "Okay, well, I know hockey really well. If this guy can pull off doing baseball and football, I can do my version of hockey." And it actually started as a hockey, as long as I don't sing. It actually started as a hockey news show. So if you go back to and Stefan, you were just watching these recently, but I went back and I looked at my first few streams, and I think it was 2021. Um, you know, I was set up in my basement, and it was kind of a Saturday night, 10 o'clock after the early game, right as the late games were starting. I did a half an hour kind of this week in hockey. And, you know, we did that and we started to build up. And then I said to myself, okay, well, let's try one of these games. And I had some friends kind of co-host with me a little bit. I had tried different things, you know, literally sitting on my couch, no green screen, no microphone, no nothing. And they were some really bad shows. And you know, thank you to the people that actually stuck out and watched. I mean, they were terrible. And then we kind of morphed, right? As we started building up, we started learning some of the different software and different tools to use, and we just continued evolving. And now we're the point where this August is going to be 4 years of live streaming. Quick win off the draw. Vegas, quick shot. That was going to get blocked. Coming again in the high slot. Vegas trying to control. They do. They're going to flip this one in the corner. So that's kind of my story. Bring in your son some more. Yeah, he's great. He loves doing this stuff. Vegas, another shot. That's going to go high and get knocked down. Vegas still with it in here. Bringing it around behind the net. Trying to bring this one going. Trying to keep this one in. This one is going to be deflected around. Tam is going to mess around and inspire someone. If I can inspire anybody to be a better person or take on a hobby or something they love to do and take a risk, then my job is done. This back around. Here's a long shot into the gloves. Skinner going to hang it down. Yeah, 4 years. 4 years. It's crazy. It's gone by real quick. Here's some pushing and shoving. After that whistle, 1:46 to go. Wow. Yeah, we've had some moments. We've had some great moments here. We've had some fun moments. Yes, Dallas, I am. We're watching on Sportsnet here in Ontario. Yeah, we've had some great moments over the years, some good moments, some shocking moments. We've had some arguments. Some weird things happen. But it's all part of the fun. So they tell me. All right, let's get this one back up and going. 1:46 to go. Yes, Jennifer, extremely. Especially come playoffs, because playoffs we're here every night. So I've missed birthdays, I've missed family dinners, I've missed major events. Just to be here and do these games. This comes out over the line. Edmonton bringing it in. Hyman stepping up. His shot is going to go just wide. And especially with work and everything, it is a lot. And it can be a lot. Vegas going cross ice. Up over this line. Peter Angelo bringing it in. This being dumped around. McDavid picking it up. He puts it in the corner. 1:16 to go. It's there in front. Vegas can't get it. Edmonton looking ahead. Oilers 2-on-1. Oilers with a 2-on-1. McDavid, he shoots, and a great save by Hill. Couldn't even tell. It's only 4 years. Dude follows. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the comments. And listen, I have no problem talking about my story and what I do, because ultimately it's all my choice. And sometimes it's a hard choice. Sometimes it's a hard choice, right? We've had tickets. I've passed up multiple opportunities to go to playoff games to be here. And it's tough, when it comes to family events, to say, do I want to go or do I want to stay to be here? So it's tough, but it's ultimately, my decisions. And, when you're trying to build a community and build a following, sometimes you got to make those difficult decisions. All right, 1:06 left to go. 1:06 to go. Let's do this. Holy smokes, 0-0, no score. This is absolutely nutty. Oh, you're very welcome. Like I said, I'm happy anytime to tell my story and what I've gone through, especially if any of you are looking at starting channels and building it up. I'm happy to help. Off the draw, this coming right back in front, going to be kicked out. Last minute to play. Last minute to play. Should I stay or should I go now? Here they come. Oh, Edmonton bringing this one right back in. Driving around at the side. You have an understanding family, Sam. How do you keep the music playing? It's LP. They are understanding to a point, but they do get frustrated. Over the line, a little chip pass. And this coming right back out and all the way down the ice. Going to be an icing call. 32.4 seconds to go. Yeah, let's see. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I've uploaded vids before, but can't find now where to upload. Single Michael, when you go, if you go in YouTube Studio, in the top right corner, there should be a button that says create, and in there it should allow you to upload. Oh, Amelia, you're very welcome. Very welcome. Off the draw, Edmonton going to pick this one up, setting it down. Waiting to set this one up. Vegas, though, picking it up. 23 seconds to go. Here they come. Vegas into the zone. Not again. Down in front in the high slot. Edmonton going to kick it to the line. Not out. Vegas turning, shooting. Edmonton going to steal. Eichel keeps it in. He shoots. That's blocked. 8 seconds to go. 6 seconds to go. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. To the dismay of everybody on the East Coast, we are going to overtime. We are going to overtime. Edmonton is one shot away from moving on. Unbelievable. This is crazy. No shots through 3 periods of play. This is absolutely incredible. Thank you, Major. I appreciate it. Resting heart rate 134. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're going to overtime. Unbelievable. 60 minutes solves nothing. Your stats, 24-22 for the shots. 38-44 the hits. Face-offs won 25-20. Very close. Very few penalties called. Giveaways 16-12, 19-19 the block shots. This was absolutely incredible. I can't believe we're going to overtime. Both goaltenders are playing well. Very, very well. All right. Since we have a few minutes, and we're not going to bed yet, I'm happy if anybody has any other questions. I'm more than happy to answer and keep the conversation going. Night and day. Let's see, where is that night and day when compared to the other game? Yeah, Rob, completely different. Completely different. It's absolutely crazy. Mickey, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, it is a great game. Very exciting game. Good pace, good skating, good speed. We're getting some shots. Both teams getting some shots on net. Not a lot. 24-22, 46 combined shots, but that's okay. They're just doing really, really solid work. They're digging, they're moving, they are hitting. So this is, and I hate to say it because it's 0-0, but it's almost a perfect hockey game. The way these teams have been playing, because they're doing it all. They're blocking shots, they're hitting guys, very clean game, not a lot of penalties. It's going to be amazing. Hey, we'll have to play it by ear. We'll have to play it by ear. Hopefully it's not going to go to 4 overtimes, but you never know. You never know. Let's just say if I'm still streaming by the time everybody comes down to start getting ready for school in the morning, I'm in a lot of trouble. How difficult would it take to present the game on a screen jumbotron? I mean, how difficult would it take to show and present the game on screen on a jumbotron? Well, what do you mean? I'm not sure I understand, Darcy. And it could be just my tired brain is not computing. When was Canada's last cup? A long time ago. The year Gary Bettman came in. The year before Gary Bettman came in. So it's been a long time. Streaming at work with the red eyes. It's funny, Stefan. Yeah, I often will get asked at work how certain streams go or certain games go, but I'm very open. Like I'm open with you guys. I'm open with everybody, and they ask me about it. I'm happy to answer their questions. I just need to make sure I get my work done. That's the most important thing. How many overtimes do you want? Just one. NHL, yes. Just one. If we can get a goal in the next, the first 5-10 minutes of overtime, I'll be happy. At the beginning of the round, I thought Vegas would move on. Jennifer, I think a lot of people thought that. A lot of people thought Vegas would take this series and take it quickly. But the Oilers are doing a phenomenal job, a absolute phenomenal job. I think he was asking for you. Oh, for me. Yeah, so unfortunately I can't because of licensing and copyrights and all that stuff. There's so much money in it that little guys like me don't get those ability to do so. I wish if I could do it with my own stuff, I would do it in a heartbeat. But unfortunately, they just don't allow us to. I even tried because there are some channels out there that take highlight packages and kind of do their own kind of call over the highlight packages. I've tried stuff like that, and I would get a copyright from the NHL every single time. So I'm like, no, you can't do any of that stuff, which is unfortunate. It's funny. I've reached out to some other creators out there to talk about certain things, some collaboration things, and they just don't. Some folks are open to it. Some folks won't even respond an email, which is, listen, this is all about community and building community and stuff. So I don't know why it's so hard for some people just to respond to an email, but that's okay. We'll figure things out on our own. We'll keep looking and pressing and trying to do more and more. I do want to start doing some more longer form videos versus just live streams. My only problem is with those is a lot of them, you got to edit and edit and edit, and time just becomes an issue. Unlike some other folks, I do everything myself. I don't have a team of people that do this. So I build and create all of the thumbnails. I produce all the live streams on the fly while we're talking here. I'm managing, on each of the platforms we're streaming on. So we really are kind of a one-man show. So because of that, we are limited in some of the things we do. Heard there was a women's hockey league game that went 5 OT. Yeah, Justin, I heard that the other day as well. That's wild. Coworkers know about your channel. If were me, I could. Yeah, Jennifer, and it's funny. I didn't want it to get around at first, and it started kind of through some conversations, and it kind of came out. And then, people talk. One person says, "Oh, you got to go check this out. You got to go check this out." And it led to some interesting opportunities. But yeah, and then I didn't mind. I've had over the many years, I've had some bosses pop into the chat. We'll come in and say hello, and we'll chit chat. So it's kind of cool. It's nice to know. And like I said, I'm fully transparent. I'm fully open. So it's the same in my offline life, when talking with colleagues and stuff, I'm happy to answer questions and don't hide anything. Gary Bettman doesn't want to keep. I don't think so. I don't think he does. It's kind of the conspiracy theory that came up, but I kind of like playing along with it. It's fun. It's 2 p.m. here. Oh, Mickey, you're lucky. You're lucky. Watch the game. You're really good. Yeah, Darcy, I wish I could bring that for you. I really do. I'm so scared Edmonton doesn't look good. Yeah, listen, they looked really good in the second period. Really good in the second period. Vegas started picking up in the third period. It's going to bounce around back and forth. How hard would it be to get a license? Mr. Snow, let's just say so Rogers up here, and I'm sorry, Mr. Snow, I forget where you're from. Up here in Canada, Rogers just renewed their broadcast license with the NHL for 12 years and they paid 8 billion with a B, 8 billion USD dollars. So United States currency dollars, 8 billion. In Canadian, I believe it's about 11 billion it works out to be. So we're talking that kind of money. 12 years, 11 billion with a B dollars. So safe to say there's zero chance. unless they would approach, me and say, "Hey, we want to do a deal where we want you to do this," like they did with Amazon, right? Rogers went to Amazon and said, "Hey, Monday nights, we want you to do a Monday night key game to get to a bigger audience." So unless they kind of would sub-license or sublet certain games out, but like playoffs would be no way. And even being Toronto, no way they would do that. But yeah, it's crazy. Thank you, Maddie. I appreciate it. But you never know. You never know what's going to come up, right? Maybe these broadcast companies are going to say, legacy media, legacy TV, cable TV is kind of, viewership is slowing down. Everybody's online. So instead of doing the apps where you have to download an app and watch, maybe they do their own YouTube thing. NHL does have a YouTube channel. I know they play a live scoreboard, which just has the scores and stuff. But you don't get any play-by-play. You don't get any other stuff like we do. You don't get any interaction. But maybe one day that'll change. That's not true. You have your son who that's true. That's true. They will come on from time to time if I need to step away for something. It's a lot of hard work for just one person you really care about. I do, Jennifer, and because when times were tough, right? Over those COVID years when times were tough, um everybody needed something. We were all stuck at home. Everybody was missing connections. And when I started following some other people that were doing it, I started making some very close friends to this day who I'm very close with. And as we started doing it and started meeting people here, and as kind of work life shifted, and a lot of people are now working remote in different situations, it's important to maintain these connections. And even though, and I'll use, Stefan as an example. I think he's still here unless he's fallen back asleep. But a lot of people, and Rob's a good example too. He's kind of newer-ish. You start meeting these people and you start talking to them. I've never met Rob in real life. I've never met Stefan in real life. I've never met LP in real life. But here, especially playoff time when we're live nightly, or during the season when we're live a couple of times a week, you come in, there's familiarity. How you doing? How are things? A lot of people will come here, and they enjoy the community and enjoy the comfort of these people who we talk to on a regular basis. And that's why it's really important for me. And I want this to be a safe place for everyone to hang out with. And it does mean a lot. When I asked for Dallas was saying that we haven't won any game 7 since 2022. Is that right? I'd have to double check. I'm not sure. Back and forth, kind of boring game. So I love it. I love these low scoring games because it isolates and it breaks out other areas of the game that don't usually get a lot of focus on. Almost 3 times the subs. Circus and price. I'd say you're doing pretty well. Thank you, Single Mike. I appreciate it. What happens when you get a copyright? Brian, great question. Fair question. There are different types of copyrights. So there's for music in audio. There is a copyright claim that says, you know, whatever company has detected their song is being used, and so they're claiming all revenue from that stream. And so you share revenue for using the audio. So therefore you essentially pay for it. There are video claims like that as well. If you're showing video, somebody could claim it and say same thing. We'll allow you to use it, but we're taking revenue from that video. There are others where they can actually issue a takedown request and get you a copyright strike. And if you get a copyright strike, which means you've been using somebody's material without their permission, or that's not publicly available, there's a bunch of criteria. You could lose your channel. They could take your channel away. So it depends on the severity of what you're being claimed. But there are a variety of things that come up as copyrights. I can't imagine my boss on my channel. Yeah, no, I've been lucky. I've had some pretty cool bosses. Yes, 8 billion. I have 3 sons who may want to do this. Have you got any advice? James, it's a ton of hard work. And you can't stop. You need to, not like a drug, you can't stop, but when you're first building, it takes a long time to build up. I have a couple of other channels I've started to try and build up, and I just ran out of time, right? That you got to stick with it. Consistency is the key. The other thing I would tell them, you need to have thick skin. As much as we have a great group of people here, there are some people that come in, some of the emails I get, some of the messages I get are nasty. Some of the other creators out there are absolutely ridiculous and bullies. They will try and bully you so your channel goes away. They will try and use you. So you need to be very smart and have thick skin, and do what they want to do. All right, I can arrange. That's okay. Thanks, LP. All right, so many great questions. I appreciate this. They're coming back for overtime. We can continue this anytime. And seriously, if your boys are going to try this, feel free to email me. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you or they may have as we get going. Okay, let's go. Lozo, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Don't get me started. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's do this. Let's get set for overtime. Spaghetti grilled cheeses for everybody. As long as it's not a club. I'd never join a club that would. Okay, let's go. I appreciate all the comments. And cover strikes, even use NCS users. Right, supposed to be, Zazo, supposed to be. All right, we'll keep this going, but we got a game to call. Let's go. Overtime, here we come. Who's going to end it? Who's going to put me to bed? Russell, how's it going? Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out during intermissions. We appreciate it. Let's go, Oilers. Let's put this one away. Edmonton, first puck. They're going to bring this one up, dumping it in and around Vegas here to kick it out. It comes right in front. Edmonton has it. Pekosen is alone in front. They can't get him the puck. Down low. Back to the point. Wallman. He goes across. Back to Wallman. Draisaitl coming towards the middle. Shot comes up. That's going to go just wide. Down in the corner. Draisaitl can't pick this one up. Vegas going to turn it over. By the way, it is 5-on-5 in overtime in the playoffs. It's not 3-on-3. And they play 20 minutes after 20 minutes after 20 minutes until somebody scores. Vegas going to bring this one down. Looking to regroup. Long pass up. Vegas keeping this one out of their own zone. Wallman, he couldn't control it. Vegas now going to burst in, but they're offside. Offside. Very, very close. Very, very close. Wow. And it's kind of like a feeling out process. And they do have the long change, right? They do have the long change coming into this period. So this is like the second period in a normal hockey game. Sudden death for Vegas. That's right. Vegas either scores or they go home. The season is on the line. This is game 7 for Vegas right now. This down around Skinner playing it up. Edmonton setting up in their own zone. Long pass, going to miss everybody. No icing call. It's waved off. Setting it up. Hill behind his own net. Vegas now with the outlet pass. Going to bring this one up. Swinging it through. Going to Nugent Hopkins. Nice job. McDavid steals. 2-on-2. Here comes McDavid up over the line. McDavid going wide. He shoots. That just missed. Not by much. Another shot is going to get knocked down. Side of the net. McDavid trying to jam it in. It's loose in front. Vegas going to come away with it. Vegas charging 3-on-3 into the Oilers side. This going down low in the corner. Bouchard around the net. Kulak picks it up. He's going to put this one off the boards. And this should be an icing call. And it is against the Edmonton Oilers. Joshua, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. If you're just popping in, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button for us. Hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, hit it. Public Hill or Spring Hill, what's going on? Welcome in. It's 12:35, and we're still going. We started tonight at 6:45. We've almost been live for 6 hours. This getting knocked down. Oilers, Bouchard playing it up. Into the zone is Janmark. Janmark, he's driving around, turning back to the point. Here's a long shot by Stetcher. That's going to be deflected. This down in the corner. Coming around behind the net. Little drag. Corey Perry getting tied up. Falls on the back of the net. Right back up. Corey Perry swinging it to the line. It got blocked. Nurse playing it back down deep. They can't hang on to this. Back around on the far side. Here's a long blast. Back in the corner. Stetcher going in after this one. This continues to play. Vegas going to bring this one out now. They're going to chip it down. Back in here. Over to Nurse. Nurse. He's going up cross ice. Almost gave that one away. Oilers going to control. Into the Vegas zone again. Stetcher putting it across to Perry. Perry tried to go back. This comes to the line for Kane. Kane going to rotate it in, but Vegas intercepts. A breakout pass. That one doesn't connect. Here they come, driving this one in. Down in the corner is Wallman, playing it behind the net. Kane trying to get in there. Back to the line. Here's a blast. That one goes wide. Back to the line. Wallman putting it across. Klingberg up to Draisaitl with a shot. That one is stopped. Or Brown, excuse me, not Draisaitl. Here comes Vegas back the other way. Going to drive this one all the way down low behind the Oiler net. Edmonton to Janmark. They're going to work this one up. Henrique sending it down in the zone. Kane is going up here as well. Hill is going to put it in the glove and out of the glove. Plays it ahead. Vegas going to carry this one up over the red line, dumping it in. Time is ticking. Not a lot of whistles right now. Skinner trying to play it to Bouchard. Bouchard up along the boards. Here's Draisaitl. He's going to fly. Draisaitl curling in, trying to feed it over to Pekosen. Pekosen going in the corner, sending it around to the point. Over to Kulak. Kulak in the middle looking for a deflection. That one goes just wide. Bouchard holding this one in temporarily. Vegas steals, and the Vegas Golden Knights are going to bring this one up over the line. Into the zone. 0-0 is the score. We're in overtime right now. Bringing this along side of the ice. Back to the point. Here's a shot right on, and Skinner going to hang on to it. Unbelievable. What a hockey game. This is nuts. This is absolutely crazy. How big, long are the ice rinks? I actually forget offhand. I think it's like 200 feet, something like that. Sanji, I hope it's just the one, to be honest with you. I hope it's just the one. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us here tonight. We need 5 likes to get to 150. If you haven't hit that thumb up yet, hit it. We need 6 subscribers. 6 to get us up to 70. Hit that subscribe as well. Help us out. Off the draw, Edmonton going to win this one back to Nurse. They're going to play it around the boards. This is do or die for the Vegas Golden Knights. Tip back down. Nurse going to race back to pick it up. Sending it around behind the net. Over on the far side. Cross ice back to Nurse. Nurse going to go. He's got Nugent Hopkins with him. Drops the puck over. Here's a weak shot. That's going to be steered aside. Comes around the other end. McDavid. He almost came up with it. This background, there it is. Thank you so much for those likes. Thank you for hitting that sub. Nurse back over, playing it, getting it from Skinner. Nurse taking a look up to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins cross ice. That pass is going to be missed. Backing all the way up. It was John Klingberg. He missed a big breakout pass. Now the Oilers flip this down. It's going to be kicked over. McDavid walking in. McDavid driving, one hand on the stick. Hill with a nice save. Putting it in front, almost banked it off the goaltender. Here's a blast, and that one's going to be knocked down. Edmonton to the point again. Kulak wants it. He gets it. Throwing it up, deflection. That's going to go just wide. Down in the corner. Vegas going to try and bring this one up. Let's go. Here comes Kolasar. Playing this one. Vegas into the Oilers zone. Long shot goes way wide. Edmonton trying to pick this one back up. They are flying end-to-end action here in overtime. Corey Perry can't get there. Vegas going to play this one up. 14 and a half minutes to go. Back to the Vegas line. It's dumped in. Racing in here. Oil trying to pressure. Trying to work it. Here come the Vegas Golden Knights. Into the Oilers zone. Crowd is getting loud. Crowd is getting up. Cycling around. Hurdle. He's going to drop it off. Vegas in the high slot with a shot. It doesn't get through. Stolen away. Here it comes Edmonton. 2-on-1. Vegas fighting to get back. They do get back. What a great back check by the Vegas Golden Knights. Oilers still with it. A long shot. That's going to get blocked. Behind the net. Vegas going to pick up this one. Holy smokes. Let's go. Back in the corner. No, Darcy, we can't put any live video. I'm sorry. Wish I could. It's going to be picked up off the boards to the line. Here's a blast. That's going to get knocked down. Billy, how's it going? Go Oilers. This is going to be picked up, flipped out. Vegas holds it in. No, they hold this one in. They go cross ice. They're trying to bring this one in. Here's Vegas with a shot. Oh, it hits the side of the net. Yeah, Darcy, they could take our channel away, and we don't want that to happen. This back around. Let's go. Kali, how's it going? Welcome in. All the way back. 100% with the Oilers from Winnipeg tonight. Good luck from Toronto. We're in Toronto as well. Back around. Long pass. Trying to work this one up. Edmonton bringing it in. Pekosen. Cross ice. Back to the point. Shoot. Nurse in front. Shovel. Down. Side of the net. They're jamming on it. It's in. It's in. It's in. It's in. It's in. The Edmonton Oilers are going to send us all to bed happy, as in overtime, the Oilers jam this one over the line. This one is done. The Edmonton Oilers are the first team to advance to the Western Conference Finals. I can't believe it. Holy smokes. And it's Kasperi Kapanen. Kasperi Kapanen, the biggest goal of his NHL career. Unbelievable. What a game. Is this going to be reviewed, though? Big jam play, side of the net. This was unbelievable. Let's see this review. They came in. They fired it. It was down. Hill is down. No, this is a good goal. Hill never had it. He was down. His back was down. The puck was loose beside his leg. Everyone was trying to get it. Nobody could get a stick on it. And here comes Kapanen to jam this one in. This is a good goal. This game is over. Kasperi Kapanen is the only goal scorer in this game today. Kasperi Kapanen sends the Vegas Golden Knights home for the holidays. And wow, the Edmonton Oilers. Are you kidding me? They dispose of the LA Kings. They dispose of the Golden Knights. The Kings are gone. The Knights are gone. Next up, could it be the Stars or the Jets? What a finish. Unbelievable. What a finish. Vegas putting it together. The handshakes going around. McDavid going down the line, shaking hands. This was a huge effort. A huge effort. One of the better hockey games we've seen. End to end. Lots of chances. 0-0 after regulation. Vegas fans, you should be proud of this team. They played well. They played extremely well. Unbelievable. What a finish. Draisaitl coming down the handshake line. Little pats on the chest for Hannafin. Great job. Really, really good job. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with us. 6 hours, almost to the minute. 6:45 we went live. It's 12:44. Thank you, mods, for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you to all of our gifters for the super chats. Thank you to everybody who has sat here with us for 6 hours. We appreciate you in both streams. What a night. This was incredible. And there it is. Corey Perry is going closer one more time. There it is. It's now 6 hours officially. 6 hours of streaming tonight, of sitting in this chair. Unbelievable. With the Stars host, they must have points. John, I'd have to double check. I believe the Stars have more points than the Oilers, so they would be hosting. But what a job. The Oilers win it on the road. High fives as they come off the ice. Here's an interview coming up here with Skinner. We're going to listen into this in just a moment. Let's hear what they're going to say.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gene.
Hey, Jack. Well, they were just talking about the goalies and the moment maybe you guys had at center ice. Anything said between you and Aiden, considering the respect you have for each other?
Yeah, I mean, we just told each other, obviously, a great series by him, and he said it was a good job for me coming in, and I thought he gave them a chance to win pretty well every night, and I mean, he's a great goalie, and that's why he's had so much success.
And,
he is a great goalie, for sure. He is.
In overtime,
he really
shot,
is.
One goal, and the series isn't over, but you got to go back to Game 6. What were your nerves like if you were fighting any of that?
Yeah, to be honest, actually, today was the least nerve-wracking that I've been in the last 3 games, believe it or not.
I do, but why?
I'm not too sure. I just I had a feeling of peace tonight, and I mean,
I got to tell you, it's not a great interview by Skinner, but the one key thing he said here is he felt at peace tonight. He felt at peace. That is a big deal. A goaltender that can come into this game and not have the weight of the world. Apple user, thank you for hitting that follow. To not have the weight of the world, not feel the pressure, feel at peace in there. And you could tell Skinner was absolutely locked in tonight. He played a really, really good hockey game. He just came out, buckled down, and did everything he had to do. Here are your stars tonight, your 3 stars, Hill, Skinner, and Kapanen, of course, the 2 goaltenders and the game winner. Absolutely phenomenal effort. This was amazing. You're gonna tell me the importance feeling of peace. Yeah, right, exactly. All right, this has been amazing. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm exhausted. We got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. Tomorrow we will not be live. As said, I have an event tomorrow night that I'm going to be attending, so we won't be live tomorrow night. Glenn, thank you for subscribing. Mr. Anaheim, thank you for subscribing. We will be back here on Friday. Oh boy, a couple big game. Well, one big game anyways that we're going to be looking forward to. That's going to be the Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers. Game 6 goes Friday. We will be live for that. Obviously, there's no need for the Vegas Golden Knights Edmonton Oiler game because, well, the Oilers have put this series to bed. Bernie, how's it going? Welcome in. Definitely remember Kapanen's last OT winner, 2017 double OT for the Leafs against. Oh, I don't remember that. One, but that is a big one for sure. Troy, good night. Have a good one. Thank you for hanging out with us. Cartoons, thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody. Rob, I can't thank you enough. Man, keeping it real, having some fun with us all night long. Stefan, I know you're in there as well. Thanks for staying up late with us. Jonathan as well. I appreciate you all. Jennifer, you too. Thank you. And James, John, Void, what's going on? LP, He-Man's dad. So many of you. Jack have been with us a long night tonight. RC, good to see us. Sarcasm. I really appreciate it. Lozo, you as well. Whiplash, thank you all so much. What a fun night. This was great. I'm going to finish my cookie. I'm going to have some water, and I'm going to go to bed. Thank you for staying up with us and keeping this channel going. This is an amazing community, and this is why we choose to do what we do. And in all seriousness, if you need anything, if there's any questions that anybody has about the channel, about anything, please feel free, send me an email. Reach out through the website, samwillbe12experience.com. I'm happy to answer it. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. And let's have a better hockey game. Leafs, don't let us down. Be like the Oilers. Win. It's that easy. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you real soon. Good night, everyone.